Pixels glow and screens alike. Dorks unite, we'll take this mic. Game on, heroes side by side. In this world we laugh, we ride. Roll the dice and cast the spell. Tell your tales we know so well. Quests await where dorks prevail. In our voices legends swell. Press start, dorks embark. Lights out, we ignite the spark. Gaming nerds will never fade. In the land where dreams are made.
You're a dick.
It was 9 o'clock.
You're a dick.
It was 9 o'clock. We were talking to welcome to the Dorks podcast. I know it's been a couple of weeks. People get sick. Shit happens, and whatever.
COVID is alive and well. Don't believe what people are telling you. For the I've been asked that like 5 or 6 times since I got it. They're like, "Do you think COVID is actually?" Yes, I do.
4 times.
Well, and this is my third or second, and it took me the fuck out because I have autoimmune. So
yeah, that's not pleasant.
No, it was awful, and my husband was like, after 2 days, was like, "Oh, this isn't that bad. I'm going to work." I'm like, "Go fuck yourself."
Yeah, me and Trips were hung up in bed for like a week. It was like so it was the first when I transitioned over to where the area I'm at now. It was the first week. My boss goes, "Well, you got like 300 hours of fucking PTO. We're gonna have to fix that." I just started. He goes, "Nope, you're gonna go and you're taking a week off." I'm like,
hey,
okay. First day after getting the jab, I'm not feeling too good. Trips is like, it's okay. We're all right. Day 2. Yeah, done.
I didn't get that one. If you want to learn absolutely anything about me, the main thing you should learn is I will avoid throwing up at all costs. All costs.
I got the Delta.
Whenever I'm sick, I don't ever throw up unless if it's food poisoning.
And I'll say this: that I haven't tried it on COVID yet, but from the Great White North, Toko has a beautiful fucking medicine called Buckley's that tastes like you pick water and squish it around in Vicks. It works. It kills everything, even your soul for a little bit. But y'all have no soul, so you'll be all right.
Whatever.
No, I'm not. I've had food poisoning and stopped myself from throwing up. Throwing up is disgusting, and I hate it. And no,
It's what you do. It's a natural bodily response.
Yeah, I was.
I don't
it's
care.
Actually, a good
I
thing
can't
to
do
throw
it.
up.
Sometimes it's good to evacuate those horrible things.
You don't understand. I have such a bad aversion to vomit, like a horrible aversion to vomit.
Yet you're trying to be the spider whore.
That's not vomit.
Who's like drippy and this and that. I'm sorry. When I think spider whore, I think of the Oblivion character that came through the fucking Oblivion gate. It's like half woman, half spider. Who's like this? She looks sticky.
Yeah, she was inspired. Thank you so much, Faithful. She was inspired off of Lolth, which you don't know who Lolth is. So.
I don't, but I do have vague understanding of the Dragumo, and we're doing Japanese appropriation earlier, and Nerfy.
No, that's not what I said at all. Okay, you didn't even let me finish. My whole thing is that I was scared. I don't want to like have a question asked of me and I don't know it, so I'd rather go something that I know very well. But we're not going to say anything beyond that because my audience doesn't know any of this.
Your character on our show, Toko, is a wolf. I'm a panda.
You're not listening.
You're
not.
You don't say it. Don't say what I'm going towards because they don't know.
You're a sandwich.
There we go. I'm a sandwich. They don't know. It's meant to be a huge surprise. Yeah, Trip. He's bullying me.
Oh,
how dare!
I'm not bullying anybody.
If you're awake, you're bullying somebody. Let's be.
That is bull. Okay, really? Like we had lovely guests, and the entire time it was you and Toko trying to make me out to be a boomer, which is
because you are a boomer,
and that's also because you spent the entire time making me out to be some crazy fangirl.
But you are.
No, I'm not. I admired those guys. That's it. There's a difference.
Well,
Is there not a difference, Toko?
No, there's a difference.
Thank you.
that VTuber is awesome looking. You did a wonderful job.
Don't
just-
change the subject.
I'm not. I'm serious. Like every time I look down, it says little wolf man. It's adorable.
I
Yeah.
actually just redid mine too.
Yeah, and you know, I've actually kind of wanted to do a little bit of a PNG tuber style type of thing for my streams, and by the way, they're actually pretty fun to do.
I accept my boomer status.
Well, if you want to change anything, since I'm going to redraw you, if you want to change anything, let me know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
and I'll get it handled for you.
I mean, I could also send you like a one of the full body stills. Maybe then you can change it into like a full body to the way that I kind of
Yeah,
wanted it.
actually,
to be.
I absolutely can do that. Just send it to me.
Yeah, let me. I'll get that
Okay.
sent to you.
You do realize you have to credit me, right? Okay, good.
I mean,
Woo! No, that just makes me excited. Okay.
I mean, I'll tell you this. I have you listed as one of my what is it? Suggested
Next of
streamers
kin.
on my channel.
Oh, I don't
So-
think I have anybody listed as a suggested streamer on my channel.
We have. Do we
Me?
still?
No.
Do we still have trips? Do we
I
still
will-
have Toko listed?
I will have to. I
Yeah.
will have to do that.
I believe.
I just
I
that's
think you're
just
faithful.
I think that's just a feature that I never used, like because Twitch annoys the shit out of me sometimes.
I mean, yeah, Twitch annoys everybody, but I'll tell you this: like, it's still a lot of fun to do.
And it's still a lot better.
I apparently am getting paid by Twitch now.
Why?
I don't know. I got an email and a message. You're available for this. I'm like, I don't even fucking stream
mean,
that much.
You're not. Yeah, you don't have enough followers to hit.
I
affiliate.
know. You can ask the wife. She's fucking whatever. She's the one who set it up.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, we're getting paid for Twitch.
That's the wrong one.
I won't lie. I will not lie. If you were to create your own PNG tuber or VTuber, having a Twitch podcast of VTubers would actually be a lot of fun.
It would be.
If you help me set that up, I might be willing to do.
I will not only help you set that up, I will get you art and an artist if you would like. I only draw for Toko, you know. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just
Fair
kidding. I'm
enough.
just kidding.
Gotcha.
I'm just kidding. I'm
Okay.
just kidding.
Gotcha.
You're one of my mods in my non-existent Twitch. Nice. Woo! I love that because I'm a mod, so I have authority, but I have absolutely no responsibilities.
I mean, I've already got 2 mods for my
Well,
streams. It's a friend
The
of mine
wife
and
approves.
somebody who Dan is afraid of.
I think that would be cool. I don't think there's many things like that, and I happen to know a lot of VTubers.
Mm-hmm.
Networking is a thing, by the way, Toko, and you should do it.
I mean, I try to. So
Okay, okay, you know what? We'll have this conversation later.
yeah.
This is not appropriate for Dorks time.
No, I'm kidding.
Anyways, but yeah, COVID sucks. It took me out for almost 2 weeks. It also took me off my own channel for about that long as well. It's not like
Yeah.
I was still streaming over there. I was like, hey guys, I'm dying. Good luck. I'm done. I don't
Exactly, Faithful. It's dorky talk.
It's dorky talk, yes.
Because me and Nerfy were streaming, and Dan is just sitting here.
I'm looking something up. Thank you very much.
What's that?
What are you looking up?
Stuff.
What kind
Porn?
of stuff? It's porn.
It's not fucking porn. For the
Are
fuck's
you
sake.
sure?
Yes.
Okay. Whatever
Am
you
I-
say.
Am I allowed to show you my transformation? No, never mind. I don't want to. I lied.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
I've
I
actually
lied.
seen it. I've seen the new model, and it looks good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So okay.
Oh, and before we do get on topic, there's a video that just hit 100 views, and it's actually from somebody who I I was in their stream for, and it's absolutely funny. Just because they have to do the recreation of the TikTok that they just watched. So, I don't know if you've heard of the of this one TikTok or seen this one TikTok of a mother and son making like a recipe from, it's supposedly from the 50s, where you take a banana and then you wrap it in ham and then there's mustard on it.
That's fucking disgusting. Those people should be in jail.
I know. And to top it off, they poured hollandaise sauce.
Dan
on
stopped
the banana.
mid-drink. Dan stopped mid-drink. Did you see that? You made
I
Dan
know.
stop mid-drink.
I made him.
That
I
was
made him
fucking
throw up.
beautiful, yeah.
But it's actually a real thing. I've even made a my own short and my own TikTok about it.
Yeah, but
too.
you are
I
from
dedicated
Canada.
to
You're from
Dream.
Canada, y'all little estranged
Dan,
people.
But Dan, this was not from Canada. This was from the U.S.
Yeah,
These people were
correct.
from. These
Are we
people-
talking about the people from the hill country of Appalachia?
Maybe.
Excuse me. I know now. I know
Appalachia.
quite a few people from Appalachia now. They don't eat like that. Like,
Banana full. They eat people.
Let me
no, they
actually
don't.
let me actually find it for you, and then you'll understand.
You know, the Hills That Have Eyes people was actually based on a Scottish clan, right?
I wasn't going that far. I was talking about like, well, you can't say what they are because if you do, it'll make it more real. And I really don't need that in my life. Look, Trips is all into that fucking Appalachia stuff, and like, yeah.
Well, you guys should come up for a visit at some point. I'll take you there.
No.
Also,
I have a
actually do this.
well, no, my roommate is actually he was going to be a park ranger, an environmental guy, right?
Exactly.
And he
Yes,
ended up
wife.
in Appalachia cryptids. Are you talking about the Wendigo?
More than just a Wendigo. But that's a fucked up story in itself.
Well, the Wendigo is a result of cannibalism.
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Skinwalkers. I will say this, like my grandmother, her family is from the Appalachian Mountains. And I was always told things like, you don't whistle at night. If you hear,
Skinwalkers.
yeah,
if you hear it, you didn't hear it.
yeah, if you hear voices calling your name or voices talking to
You
you
keep
in the
fucking walking.
forest, you walk, you don't respond in any way and stuff like that. So I kind of feel a little at home because like around here, that is very much a thing. It's very much, including like you don't sweep out your door. You don't like, there's just a bunch of superstitions that was always like told to me. And I'm pagan. So like, it's very much, it's very much like I'm huge into superstition and things like that. So it's weird to be around people like, no, that's true. That's true. But granted, have you ever heard the scream of a mountain lion in heat?
No.
It sounds just like a woman screaming bloody murder as if she's being killed. So
Jesus.
I can, and there's been stories of people going to help the woman and just not coming back. Yeah, because the fucking mountain lion ate them.
I
Don't
found
try
it.
to rationalize our fears.
Yeah.
Why? Why would you do that? Let us live our fantasy
that
world of
should-
monsters.
That should still very much be a fucking fear. I am not trying to rationalize that. Still don't
You
go
keep
toward-
your fucking mountain lion stories to yourself. I want to believe that there's monsters out there that want to eat my face.
I mean, you're Dan. You probably have mountain lions that want to eat your face.
I
Well, we have
found
more.
it.
Okay, so where we
They're
are, it's more black. Yeah, that's gonna be weird. There's Black Panthers in the area.
Yeah,
Mhm.
foxes sound like babies crying. All cryptid. And by the way, I'm making a stuffed Mothman for somebody. I should show it to you guys. That is revolting. And if you turn it on, I will fucking leave. I will leave.
But
Eh.
yeah, it looks bad. But let me find the.
I'm doing a recipe that
Okay, yeah. Let me.
I already heard her voice.
Ah, what are you
We're-
doing? So what is this?
Does it
Jesus.
not look? Does it not look like something that you would think?
Looks like something flaccid. That's what it looks like. Some phallic.
That penis was not circumcised properly.
And do you know what's funny? I actually have the comment right here. Do you know what somebody called it? Because there's a point where, let me actually play a little bit of
Josh,
it.
I'm doing a recipe that Johanna sent in to me.
What's it called?
I don't know if it has a name.
I don't even know if it has a name, but somebody in the comments actually have it right here, and they called it the foreskin bananas. Because it looks like
This is what happens when we let Toko have control of anything.
This is what happens when we leave Toko unattended.
Hey, this is what happens when I happen to one day scroll through TikTok and something like this pops up in my feed.
Show us.
Huh?
Show us.
The whole thing?
You wanted to show. This is your big moment.
Dude, that had the same energy as that guy that's like, why am I always getting gay sex ads on Facebook? And somebody goes, yeah, that's because it traces your internet history. This is the same fucking energy, my guy.
I know.
It just popped up on my feed. Yeah, because you're a fucking weirdo.
Because
This has never popped up on my feed.
Because I happen to always want to scroll through bad cooking because it's absolutely funny. Just to
Koopa
see
just
what
likes
kind
to
of bad-
criticize other fucking cooks.
Koopa?
Remember, half of his fucking
Koopa?
YouTube catalog was him giving that guy shit for spaghetti.
Yeah, true.
guy for spaghetti.
Or whatever the fuck he was cooking. That
You need to
big
get a life.
doofus guy
Are
who
you,
beat his
are you talking
kid or
about
something.
Jack Scalfani?
I don't know, the guy who beat his fucking son over a
Yeah,
fucking...
Okay, yeah,
Jack
that is
Scalfani.
not the issue with Jack Scalfani. Okay, I'm on Toko's side here. Don't get me wrong, his cooking is atrocious, but the fact of the matter is that he is a horrible
Yeah.
human being
He's
and
a horrible
deserved that
human
stroke.
being. Yeah.
Deserved that
Look,
stroke.
Jesus!
He
Look,
I
earned
don't
that.
know this
No,
guy.
it's so bad. It's so fucking
It's-
bad.
It's really bad, yeah.
He not only did he beat his son, but he made insinuations of hurting his wife. Of
Well, I from what Togo's told me, he's a piece of shit.
oh yeah, he's
Mm-hmm.
a piece of human garbage. He deserved the stroke that he got.
All
I don't.
the,
I'll
all the
stand on that.
strokes that he got.
Yeah, all the strokes
He's
that he
got
got.
like he's got like four. He had like four.
Plus, have you seen what him and his wife did to fucking enchiladas and fucking
Oh
nachos?
yeah, I can put that up.
And tacos. This motherfucker is like tacos. They break, and yeah, when you buy store bought shells,
no.
that's gonna fucking happen. Hold on, let me shh.
Actually,
That's
no,
gonna fucking happen.
I
If you want to
shouldn't
know,
really put
you
the
want to
video
know
up.
his. No, you shouldn't. You because he sues. You want to
He
know.
sues and he copyright strikes people.
You want to know what he did to improve the taco thing?
Oh.
He made a taco salad, Dan, and
he
said
made
it
a
was
taco
innovative.
salad.
He made a taco salad with fucking broken shell on top. It wasn't even good chips. And goes, yeah, that's how
Oh,
you
his
avoid.
lazy man tacos.
Yeah, when in all reality, tacos are already a lazy man endeavor.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
exactly.
I've made something for my wife called open face tacos.
Those are fucking tostadas, Dan. Your
No,
disappointment
so,
to your
no,
Hispanic
that's not.
heritage.
That's not what it was. It was different. It was like basically, we didn't have any shells. We didn't do it with shells. I made a whole like meal out of it. She took it to work. They loved it. I don't cook a lot, but because I have so basically an ex kind of like I used to cook all the time, worked as a chef, all that other stuff, and my ex-wife would rather just eat McDonald's all the fucking time. So
That's gross.
I kind of just got, and then so I would cook for Trips every so often, and she seems to like my cooking. Took it to work, and I go, man, that's got some bite on it, it's spicy.
Well,
Okay.
well, I know who to bake to cook whenever I decide to come over.
Well, and that's the thing. My wife is the meanest fucking cooking machine you'll ever fucking meet. She could make both fucking Italian and Mexican cuisine like she was
Hey.
like fucking abuela and shit.
Have you ever
Hey.
Trips? Have you ever tried to make Mexican lasagna? It's basically open face fucking enchiladas, and it's actually really good.
See, I've actually I've always wanted to maybe try something else around that, but I've been in that rabbit hole of bad cooking for a while, and there are some people who I just so happen to get seen who I have seen actually make horrible things. Like I don't know if any of you have ever heard of King Cobra before.
You will never tarnish the name of King Cobra JSF.
I have heard of King Cobra, but I wish I hadn't. Does that count?
Yeah. See, I've watched him make a bunch of bad food all the time, like his dank nachos, for example, where he
I'm convinced that man should not live alone.
no, like I'm convinced this dude should not like cook, period, because like the things that he makes is questionable at best. Like one of his like one of the things that actually got me really curious was him making mead. Like I've drank mead before. Like mead's pretty good depending on which flavors that you get. But my problem is the way that he makes mead.
Okay, the fact that he's walking and talking hasn't blown himself up or been hit by traffic is just a miracle in itself. That's why we cherish him for what he is. He's a lovable.
Hey, who
He's
the
a
fuck is
lovable
we?
locale.
Who the fuck is we?
We the people.
Nah,
He's a lovable locale who
Yes.
I like to make fun of for his cooking.
I have not been in the locale verse for months.
He would get sticks and sell them to people as magic wands,
Oh yeah, his magic wands.
which that motherfucker swears by that shit.
I've seen his magic wands. They look so fucking terrible. Like they're just cheap looking like plastic or rubber sticks that you could probably whack people with. And try to pretend that you're Harry Potter, but you'll look like you have Down syndrome.
He's an interesting fellow.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, let's call it
speaking of-
that.
Speaking of interesting fellows, and if you saw the thumbnail, we're going to talk about this.
Oh boy, King of Kong again.
He's not the king of Kong.
There's a whole movie documentary about him being the King of Kong.
Yeah, sure. He's not the king of Kong. Stop calling him that.
Who is the King of Kong?
Me.
Me.
You, Dan. Everybody's king of Kong. Fuck this guy.
So if you don't know who this is, on the left we have Karl Jobst, and on the right we have William Billy Mitchell. And for 4 years they've had that lawsuit, and Billy was suing him for defamation, and it was a whole fucking thing. And I think now we're finally done, right?
Yeah,
I'm
the
hoping.
lawsuit's over. It's finally over.
Yeah.
So, but what I want to get into about it is that the original lawsuit, everybody said that Karl was basically gaslighting, and everybody's saying that he was getting sued for defamation because he said that Billy cheated. I've talked to Toko privately about this.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's actually a very good comparison. He does.
Like a
Oh my God.
Styles.
Okay, I know for a fact that nobody has watched there's a Dr. Phil episode of a guy that believes he's like the Messiah, like that kind of thing, and he's honestly just a cult leader.
But there's so many people.
That's
like
him
that,
with
though.
long hair.
There's so many people who claim that they're the big JC.
Or a version of him or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that Billy, in my opinion, this is completely my opinion. This is not fact, so I don't get sued by him because he has been known to sue smaller YouTube channels. That he's got a god complex, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But so anyway, the court case, everybody thought that Karl was being sued for calling him a cheater or whatever, which was not, and I knew that. If you've ever watched any of Karl's videos, it's pretty clear he's being sued for. He was being sued for basically alleging that Billy had something to do with the death of a YouTuber named Apollo Legend.
Yeah.
And
I think that's what the entire lawsuit was
Yeah.
all about, was because of it wasn't nothing having to do with
gaming whatsoever.
cheating. It
No.
was all because of Karl slandering Billy for having insinuated that Billy had anything to do with Apollo Legend's death.
And so Karl ended up getting about $300,000 from Notch, who's the creator of Minecraft.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he got $300,000 from Notch, but then I think it was a year into the lawsuit, Notch pulled the support from.
Well, it
from
wasn't
Karl.
Notch; it was his.
It was his wife or something.
Yeah, or someone who was handling his money, and then eventually Karl reached out, and Notch was like, "I didn't know that happened" or whatever. It wasn't a big deal. Even Notch is still supporting Karl to this day, being like, get off his fucking back.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I still don't forgive Notch. I'm just saying.
For what?
Selling to Minecraft ruined it.
Oh, so
Someone get to
you're
Microsoft.
not a fan of the chicken jockey?
It's not the chicken jockey. It's the fucking. Hey, you want to do things and stuff? You want to like have skins? Pay.
Yeah, you have to pay for them, but it's better to.
Thank God I
make
never got on the Minecraft fucking bandwagon.
Well, dude,
Well,
you
that's
can
because
just
you're a
make your
loser.
own. Yeah, exactly. You're
Whatever.
just a
It's not for
loser.
me. Just can't do it. Sorry.
That's because you've never given it a proper
I
chance.
did. I just didn't find it entertaining. Like
That's because you need people to play with you for in Minecraft.
I do have those. Like you wanted to play. Fucking Trips wanted to play. I just wasn't.
And we never fucking did it.
I was never a fan of it. Even like I love Neebs and Neebs Gaming, and they play the shit out of it. I just never found a draw to it.
You're a loser.
Okay, you don't like Dragon's Dogma. You don't like fucking
I've
7
never
Days to
played-
Die.
I
You don't
said
like
I-
fucking. You didn't like Ark.
Did you just claim that I don't like 7 Days to Die?
I
When
was
I
gonna
first
say,
intro,
Toto
no.
actually
When
likes-
I first
Bitch, I've
introduced
played
you,
7
Oh,
Days
you
to
can
God,
say
Die
you
bitch
have
all day
started
long.
a
while ago.
fight. Holy
Yeah.
shit! Go Togo. Go. Actually,
Like,
you know
Dan,
what? I'll
hold
change
on.
it up.
Do you know
Go,
how many-
Dan.
Okay,
Hold
Destroy
that.
him.
No, fuck that
Do you
shit.
know-
Because hold on,
Dan, do you know
Toko, hold
how
on.
long
You sat there and I asked for way
was
back when.
It was only for Ark. I said that Ark was not my game. I
No,
played
no.
7 Days to Die,
Because we started
and you
playing
know
7
what?
Days to
have
Die. I
over
invited you because it was
75 hours,
crossplay.
over 76 hours so far in 7 Days to Die.
That's
Just playing
news
by
to me.
myself.
That's news to me because we offered, hey, we got a server, we got this, you want to play with us, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, nah, it's not really my thing. And I was like, oh, okay.
I
Never brought it up again. Never left. Then I left it alone. I was like, okay, cool. That's fine.
Dan.
Yes.
Dan, I play Ark.
I offered to play with y'all, and then we were going to get a server, and then no, everybody's kind of got like, okay. Well.
I've only played Ark once, and that
When
was
I have-
it.
When I have time, I'd love to play. I just don't have a lot of time.
I get it. Don't use the sweet voice on me. I know what's behind that spider lady. Good. Ugh.
It's the same spider lady who wants to kill you and take your wife.
Yeah, she wants to take my head and feed it to her young.
That doesn't mean I don't love Dan. It just means that I love Trips more. God forbid a woman have a hobby. Jesus Christ.
And these reactions right here are why a VTuber doesn't work.
I think every woman is allowed to want to kill at least one man in their life.
It just so
I am-
happens that she wants to kill me.
Well, no, I have more than you. Trust me. You are bottom of the list. I love you, Trips, but there's people on my list. I ever find out I have 6 months to live, there'll be signs. I'll be on the news. Don't you worry about it.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know why you have to be so mean to me, Dan.
Yeah, Dan. Why do you have
Really?
to be so mean
Really?
to
This
Murphy?
this show is basically double
Love you too,
team
Trips.
Dan the podcast.
Yeah,
Exactly. But you don't have to be mean back. That's
Yeah.
uncalled for.
exactly.
I'm not.
Mean.
I'm just gonna put this out there because I know how much you like the lovable Slopes from Slopes Game Room and your favorite son. I reached out to them. I love them to death, but I would never like just invite them on because I wanted to invite them on. I don't want to waste their time or bother them because I know how much you are a fan of theirs. Not a fangirl, but a fan.
You didn't let me ask any of the questions
You
that I
didn't
spit.
say anything.
Are you kidding
And
me?
then you said, I gotta go, so y'all could take me out. I'm like, all right. They'll be back.
No, I had to BRB because my dog was chasing the cat. I'm very sorry.
She had to
Next
be
time,
right.
I'll let the dog terrorize the cat.
I mean, that's the whole point of dogs and cats. They're supposed to terrorize each other.
And then I had a work thing. You know what? Fuck you.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah,
No,
you
no,
kind of
okay.
did. Whatever you
not.
say.
You're mean.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mean.
You're mean.
What the fuck?
And we're gonna have to pull a Billy Mitchell and sue you.
Yes, I'm suing for emotional damage.
What the that's just horrible.
I'm suing for slander.
What if you keep calling him Koopa? He doesn't appreciate that.
Oh yeah, I'm dead naming him apparently.
Yeah, you're dead naming
Yeah.
him. His
Yeah,
name
exactly.
Is not, his name is not Toko. How dare you? How dare you, sir? How dare you? How could you be like this?
Wait, you said my name is not Toko?
Or your name is shut up. Shut up! You're not against me. Shut up.
I'm not saying that as being mean or anything of the such. I'm just saying you dead named me. That hurt my feelings.
Which means we sue. That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I ain't suing you.
Okay.
You're
good.
drawing.
We're gonna sue
you're
Dan
drawing-
though.
You're drawing my PNG, so yeah.
Yeah.
It's only Dan getting sued.
Okay.
Yep.
Dan, you're the only one getting sued.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Dan, if you win, you get my fake Monopoly money.
Well, I'm just saying. You said it smelled like what was it? Was it Murphy who said that Canadian money like smells like maple syrup or something?
It
like that?
does. That's not a lie. It smells like if it's new, it smells like maple syrup.
I've never had that ever be told about Canadian money or anything of the such, but
Murphy has a whole book on how Canadians get penguins at birth. They are friends with the mice,
a moose.
the moose,
Moose.
and
It is
how
not moose, it's meese. If it's goose and geese, then it's moose and meese. The English language has to start making sense at some fucking point, okay?
It never does though.
It does. It's meese.
I want to scratch and sniff money.
Yeah, I do too. Send us like $1. It has to smell good though. If it smells bad, we're gonna know you did something to it.
I did
And then
nothing.
and then my directionals will change and I'll go after you.
Okay.
Moose and squirrel.
squirrel.
Oh my god, supernatural reference! Love you, Trips.
I was gonna say
That-
no. I think that's Rocky.
that's from Rocky and
Bullwinkle.
Bullwinkle.
Also supernatural.
I'm aware. We and her were watching that. We just finished rewatching it.
Floyd. That is an interesting fucking name.
Yeah, it is.
What?
Look at the chat.
It's not there yet. It hasn't popped.
I'm looking at it right now.
I'm staring directly at it.
Ah, there it is. Yeah.
Took you time, Jesus.
Okay, so the chat on the stream.
I'm not a boomer.
I'm not a boomer.
I'm not a boomer.
Pops
Well,
up on
Dan,
YouTube, but it does
Dan,
not
if
pop
you
up on
want,
this yet.
well, Dan, if you want real time like chat, you can pop out the YouTube chat and then just have it right there.
I don't want to do that.
Well, yeah, yeah, of course, Trips.
Thank you.
Streamlabs
Oh,
takes
so
a
she says it. Oh, it's all reputable. It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, but Streamlabs
Eventually,
it takes a little bit.
eventually you will learn that we actually like Trips more than you.
I'm
most of
aware.
the time.
I know. I need.
and it would be great to have her on the show.
Yes, it would.
I've made that. Like I told her, you should replace me on the show.
Not replace
No,
you,
not replace you, but actually come on the show at
Yeah.
some point.
and everybody can have a conversation, and me and her can plot your death in real time. Because we're gonna kill. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna marry Trips, and then we're gonna adopt Toko. That's the plan.
I love how this is all set in stone and in motion and
It is.
nothing.
I could just
to it.
imagine.
I just won't
like,
tell you when because that takes the fun out of it.
I could just imagine, like, if you do adopt me, it's gonna be like I'm gonna have to wear a collar. I don't know.
I wouldn't go that far.
Gee, where were you taking this? Some sort of SMM fucking fantasy and shit?
Right? He took it in a weird
I know,
direction. That
I
is
Wearing a
not what I
fucking
was.
direction.
gimp mask?
That's not what I was talking
I'm not
about, man.
going that far.
Today on Dorks, we discuss Toko's weird fucking kinks.
Y'all need to do a special after hours episode if we had time for that.
Well, I suggested doing it on Saturdays because of the change in schedule, but Toko can't.
Like, yeah, I can. What are you talking about?
You said you can't do it Saturday mornings.
Yeah,
No,
Saturday
we need to
mornings,
change.
but I
Yeah,
could
we
do
need to
Saturday
change the
nights.
time, man.
Like
That-
Saturday nights, I can do.
Honestly,
it.
if you guys
Saturday
change
mornings,
it,
I
if you guys,
can't.
if you guys change it around and make it a little later in the day or something, then I can do almost any day.
Toko has a maple syrup. What?
Yes, he does. Confirmed. Confirmed. Oh God, he's gonna sue me now.
I'm gonna.
Fuck you, Billy. Sorry,
again,
we're going full
yeah,
circle.
we're going for back to the topic before I start threatening to sue people. No,
You right?
So what we were discussing is that the court case is over. Karl lost.
Mhm.
The
He lost the lawsuit.
Yeah, he lost because
He did.
the Australian government basically said that yes, you did enough to defame his character, and Karl made the mistake. He actually admitted that, hey, I was wrong. I was the way he put it was he thought he had done enough, and he let his feelings towards Billy cloud his judgment, but he absolutely defamed his character. It is what it is.
Yeah, and good on Karl for admitting that he fucked up on the lawsuit.
It did take a month to admit it, or a month or two.
Yeah,
to
it's
admit
well,
it.
but
I'm the same
exactly.
way,
The
so.
reason I think some of that took because he was also contemplating going back to court until a lawyer sat him down and said, "No, this is why you lost. This is what." Now there was absolutely points where I think Karl could have won his case, and his barrister did not use certain evidence that I thought would have really, confirmed that Billy Mitchell was a liar. I think that Billy wanted more money than he deserved, in my opinion. The points where Billy was lying about how this has affected him so much. He was.
Okay. Thank you for finishing the thought. Okay, there you go.
That was weird. Now
We
we're back.
died.
That was.
That's the second time
Yeah.
I've done that.
You kicked yourself off the podcast.
Yeah. But no, his barrister basically didn't show stuff where Billy was saying, this Karl thing has affected me so much, but in another lawsuit said that the Twin Galaxies thing has affected him more. It was speaking out of both sides of his mouth, but he wasn't allowed to show that evidence. For instance, they had that guy who was selling all the pinball machines who was all estimated over $1 million, and Karl and Billy was supposed to get 50 G's or something off that. Well, he couldn't do that.
Wow.
Yet he was photographed at the fucking convention. Then him getting mad and saying, I was never going to sue you a second time. You got this GoFundMe and you got all this money because you were trying to pocket it and da-da-da. And he's like, you sent me a concerns letter, which is the first steps to suing somebody for a second time.
Yeah, and that's what really bothers me with the whole thing with Billy is that he claims that he didn't do this, he didn't do that, but there's proof on all of the things that he has done in interviews and also in things that he's talked about in Q&As that he has said these things. And it's like, my dude, shut up. You came out saying that there may be a potential second lawsuit if Karl were to win or lose the first one.
Which adds cadence to the fact that the lawsuits weren't about justice, in my opinion. They were more about ruining someone's life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
why not yours?
I don't know.
I like pants and sometimes cool. I too like those things. I also like a skirt every now and again. That was weird. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The whole situation is fucked. He lost. He ended up owing Billy what, 600,000 Australian?
It was around either 600,000 Australian dollars or 900,000 Australian dollars, somewhere around that.
And so he told Billy, "Look, we can settle. I'll give you 300,000, and we just walk away from this." And Billy was like, "Nope, not having any of that." So Karl's like, "Okay, I'm filing for bankruptcy because I can't pay for all this shit." Because he sued Karl as a citizen, as a not the company that Karl's YouTube channel is under.
Mm-hmm.
So ultimately,
Billy doesn't win anything.
Billy didn't win shit. Billy could have walked away with about $100 grand.
He could have walked away with about almost $200,000 in.
Instead, he's walking away owing $500,000.
Yeah,
almost
exactly.
half a million.
So, in other words, with the whole
Oh,
lawsuit,
well, now, I know that Nerfy had a bunch of questions. So, what's up, my favorite son?
Oh,
Hi.
What's up?
What's going
How's it
on?
going?
Nerfy had questions, and we're talking shit about the Billy Mitchell stuff and Karl Jobst.
I have to find my question. Shut up. You don't give me any warning usually. Okay. Hi,
He
favorite
never
son.
gives-
How are you, darling?
He never
What's
gives
up?
us
I'm
any
back.
warning.
I can
Nerfy, you
see
should
you
know
have
this.
I've
You-
returned.
And my
Damn it.
camera works this time?
Yeah, woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah.
You're moving and
think-
stuff.
Nice.
I think it
Awesome.
was because of how many people were in the show last time you were here that you were frozen all the time.
What? Why did you lose the glasses? You looked all sophisticated, like you're a
I'm
lawyer.
cleaning them. They're filthy right now.
You were about to be all like talking that mad shit with the.
With the
Do they make me look smarter? Maybe I
Yes,
should wear them more.
absolutely.
Glasses make everybody look smarter unless Dan's wearing them. So
I love how he just waves and
He just accepts his
talking
fate.
shit.
No, we're talking about the Billy Mitchell situation and the lawsuit and stuff like that.
Remember to
Is
say
there,
allegedly in conspiracy.
Allegedly.
Is there an actual alleged lawsuit at this point? Or
Oh no, it's over.
No,
He's
No,
like
the lawsuit's
Carl
over.
lost.
Yeah, Karl
Oh.
lost the lawsuit now.
Yeah, but I mean, wasn't Billy Mitchell talking about like getting him back for defamation or something?
Well, he got him for the defamation. He won the
Oh, yeah.
defamation case. What the hell? This camera, I swear.
Dan, you know you can turn that off, right?
I know, but I don't know how to do it right now. So we're just
Got
gonna.
a
You don't
mind
know-
of its own.
Wow.
Yeah, it does. It has a mind of its own.
So
He lost the defamation case, and Karl did a whole video on it because, he even said that it took him a couple of months to realize that he was using defamatory language, and he probably shouldn't have done that. But
Okay.
it also doesn't change the fact that Billy is a con man, allegedly.
conspiracy.
Allegedly.
Conspiracy,
That's a
allegedly conspiracy.
theory.
Yes,
Allegedly.
yes. We don't want to get sued either.
Yeah,
Well,
true.
we don't want to
You're
get.
stuck
I don't want to
in
get
hot
sued,
water.
and I don't
We
want
don't want-
your favorite son getting imagery of him being hung from a tree, which is what Billy did with Carl's picture after the lawsuit
That's
was over.
okay. You can do that. I'm
Well,
not,
you know what?
I'm not
Like,
worried about
If
it.
we want to prove that we're
He's like, I'm
that
not
we're
sensitive, whatever.
doing a conspiracy theory, we should all just wear tinfoil hats and then just pretend to be Alex Jones for the next few minutes.
Okay, I
It'll
don't
be
want
fun.
to do that. I'm
You
okay.
don't want to scream how the water is turning the freaking
Frog
frogs
guy's
gay?
gay. No, I don't.
What?
No, I don't. You haven't heard
don't
that? There's
know
a
that?
song made of Alex.
I actually used to listen to Alex Jones like when I was in high school. I found his like RSS feed on
Mm-hmm.
my laptop and I thought it was hilarious. So I used to listen to it all the time. Way before like he's been doing that stuff since the 90s.
Oh yeah,
But,
he's been
on, like,
doing that
local
since.
access.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. He's been doing it since the '90s, and then it wasn't like he didn't go on YouTube until later on.
He used to actually, an interesting fact about him, it's kind of a tangent, but he used to be like a cult figure around Austin, Texas, because he was on local access cable and stuff.
Mhm.
And
yeah.
if you watch early Richard Linklater movies, Richard Linklater's from Austin, and he's in a couple of them. He's in, I think, Waking Life and the other one I can't remember the name. But he's like has like little cameos in them as a crazy conspiracy guy that's like yelling in a megaphone around town and stuff. It's pretty funny.
Well, and not only that, but like Alex Jones also ran InfoWars for a long time, and he's a little bit of a douche.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
This
he's
is
a dude.
Oh yeah, I'm
Right.
not.
This is
I'm
the
not
only
vying for him or saying he's cool or anything.
You just realized your camera
I
just
did.
moved. Wow.
This is the only thing Alex Jones I was like privy to. I'll show you, mother.
The camera.
I say Alex Jones.
He's like, no,
It's trolling me.
Don't do Alex though. I guess we can react to this.
I'm gonna have to make this into a short now.
right?
Oh, here we go.
Oh God, that is ancient Alex.
But we've
Jones.
now hit the zeitgeist of memes. I mean, sure, they've always had fun with things I do that are silly, and I certainly enjoy it. Please make more goofy memes of yours truly. I love it. I see people through walls, through up to 2 feet of concrete. It's real great to have radiation beams shooting up and down the street. I'm going to take real good care of you. You understand me?
Oh
You're
God, that
obsolete.
actually fits
Exterminate.
so well.
Exterminate. Join the Borg. We will never surrender. Scanning. Control. Manipulate scientific data. Take over. Come to daddy. You can blow some stuff up and shoot some people here.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my God.
Join us. 10 people were on top of me, and I just savagely exploded, and I just devastated them. Your planet is under my control.
I miss old
Excuse me, I
Overwatch.
was having a malfunction.
Whoa!
That's
I have
racist.
cookies. I have candy, 5-year-old.
Oh, I love that.
Corner every last one of you
You're
and
the only
slowly suck the life force out of you. Yeah.
This is just
Yeah,
making me
let's
want to talk
work
about
with
Overwatch.
everybody. This is really fun. Let's have this knife fight for no reason. Let's do this. This is a really great idea. Drink the fluoride. Take the vaccine. Ooh, see? No more pain now. You want clobbering time? You want the gloves off? I'm a secret agent. I'm a secret agent.
Toko's
I'm a
favorite
secret
character.
agent. I'm a. Listen, I got a gun. I'm gonna blow your head off, bitch. I'm gonna call you a racist and blow your head off. Destroy the child. Corrupt them all. Get back.
Oh, I remember
You're
that.
being aggressive. You're being hateful. Get back. Get back. Get back. You're losing right now. You're losing. You're losing. You're losing. We're winning. I'll get in the ring with you, and I will break your jaw. I will knock your teeth out.
Fuck
I will break
Doomfist.
your nose. I will break your neck. Murder the Christians. Destroy everything. Just anyways, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't care about Alex Jones anymore. I miss old Overwatch.
Yeah, I miss Overwatch.
That made me nostalgic for actual Overwatch,
I know.
not what came out after.
And I enjoyed Overwatch 2 for what it was. I could never get on the
play
Marvel
Overwatch
Rivals
2.
thing. Was it
It
Wow.
actually like a sequel or like?
It's
I didn't-
just a reskin of the
It's-
original.
Yeah, it's just
It's
a reskin of the
It's a
original.
reskin with new characters and a new loot box system, and give me money.
Mm-hmm. Even though
That's what I
Overwatch
figured.
2 is
The first
free,
one was
but
good.
still.
The first one
one
was
was great.
amazing. They've nerfed all of the OG characters. All
Pun
of them have
intended.
been nerfed. Yeah. Pun
Reaper is just not the same, and it makes me sad.
Diva.
Mhm.
Diva was my girl, and that's actually where my name Nerf Me Harder Daddy came from, which got
sad.
shortened to
Was
Nerfy.
from Diva.
Was from Diva getting nerfed. And it was just a pun. It was like, because it used to be like Tinkerbell or something like that, some stupid shit that I had from way back in the day. And Diva's like second nerfed completely destroyed her for a while. And I was, rather than choke me harder, daddy, nerf me harder, daddy.
Oh,
Because
you guys missed it. You guys missed it. He was going edgelord mode up there.
Oh, I saw him. We ignore Dan at times when
Yes,
he's doing
we
that
do.
because
I
you
appreciated it.
Thank you.
encourage the
Yes.
behavior, you know.
Speaking of GamesCon, did you see Resident Evil
Oh.
Requiem?
I did. I actually thought Gamescom was like a good show. It was-
I haven't seen everything with that fucking giant hillbilly Hills Have Eyes broad dragging her through the fucking house terrified the fuck out of me.
Yeah. I don't know what that's going to be. I know people, when the initial trailer came out, people were theorizing it was going to be Elisa Trevor, but that seems to not make sense now.
No, because she was Wesker
Mhm.
killed her.
Yeah, but yeah, I think, I don't know. Maybe my initial theory is that it's Alyssa. It's her mom. Like somehow gets changed at the beginning of the game, and then
Mhm.
Was that what's his name's daughter?
I haven't played the last like 4
Grace?
Resident
Yeah.
Evil, so.
no, Grace is, well, I guess we don't know who her father is at this point, right? It's Alyssa. Why can't I say that? Alyssa Ashcroft's daughter. Ashcroft.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
Yeah, Ashcroft.
I thought that this was going to be the cutoff of the trilogy. I was really because you had Village. The last one was Village, and then
Well,
guessing-
technically, Village had the DLC.
Yeah.
You played as Ethan's daughter.
This, I think Village and Biohazard were a duology, and then this one is, from what rumors are saying right now. Keep in mind, there's been, I keep an eye on all the rumors, and there's been more rumors for Resident Evil 9 than any game I've
Yes.
possibly ever seen, other than maybe Half-Life 3. But
Mm-hmm.
the rumors are that this is like their capstone to the Umbrella saga. So like this is the end. They're gonna tie off stories of like all the classic characters like Leon and Chris, and everybody should make somewhat of an appearance. And this is the capstone on that saga, and then they're moving on to something else.
Am I incorrect in saying that I think they thought that was the fact with Village as well, or Biohazard, one of them? They
Village
thought that it
was
gonna-
Village was their end to that duology, the Winters saga with
Got it.
Ethan Winters and all them, his
Mhm.
daughter and everything, and Mia. But this is something else. Going back to Raccoon City, probably trying to cap all that stuff off.
Well, tell me this. Are you a fan of the third person? I'm sorry, the first person viewpoint.
I don't mind it. Obviously, I think like if you're gonna do anything, if I have anything, I want a fixed camera game, but I know that's asking too much. So it's probably my last choice, but I think it worked extremely well in Biohazard in 7. It worked super good.
Mhm.
It was perfect for that environment. They made the environment interact well with that viewpoint. Everything felt claustrophobic. It was really good. 8, I don't think it worked as well with, but we'll see how it goes for 9.
Well, I love the characters in 7. I love the characters in Village. I really enjoyed those. I just didn't like that first person perspective. It just didn't. I can find redeeming quality because I know you just did the retrospective on all the Resident Evils, and that's why I asked you. I'm a fan. I can find qualities in Resident Evil 6. I didn't like the weapon system. I didn't like the leveling system. I enjoyed seeing Jake. I loved his character, kind of the fucking edgelord, fucking bitter, pissed off son of Wesker. But I know, yes, it started transitioning into an action game, and I get that, and I get the people's complaints about that. That first person thing just fucked with me. The first person fucking is just, I wasn't. Love the family, love the Baker family. That was fucking excellent. And then welcome to the family, son. And then the real twist in Village. Whoa, that Ethan this entire time was not Ethan.
Ah,
Oh,
Dan,
spoilers.
You're spoiling
You haven't played
it.
Village yet?
I haven't played the last 3.
Oh,
Are you gonna
Dan,
play 'em?
you're
Yes,
spoiling
Well,
it's
you
on
can
my list.
You can skip 6.
Okay.
Yeah,
it.
you could
Yeah,
probably
skip 6 because 6 is just
Don't even do it.
bleh. Yeah, it's not even good.
Yeah.
It's this thing called adulting gets in my way, and
Yeah, Dan.
yeah, Dan, I have to be an adult and stuff.
Jesus, I'm getting punished because you haven't played a game that came
Well,
out
you know
3 years ago.
Well, you know what? I haven't even bothered playing all of 6, and I just watched it on YouTube because I thought 6 when I first played it was just nah. I didn't like playing it.
I beat every character with that on every mode. I am even the Ada Wong.
And did all
Edition.
of the Ada Wong edition.
I did all of it.
See, I do that with certain games that I know I'm never gonna play. It's like I'm gonna go watch somebody else play this because I want to see what happens, but I also like don't have time. So
Mhm.
let's go.
Well, and I'll be honest, like my wife and I bonded with Resident Evil 5. She hates Jill Valentine, by the way. She loves Sheva. She just hates Jill.
What?
Weird.
Well, she hates Jill because she thinks she's a hooer because she shows back up. She got really attached to the Sheva character.
But
So she
Jill's-
loves her some Muscles
Jill's
McRedfield.
But
but
Jill's Resident Evil though.
She didn't get
Yeah.
introduced to the series until 5, playing with me.
Oh, you're saying she hates Jill in 5.
Yeah, and so it went back and that carried over. It wasn't until the remake of Resident Evil 3 where she would watch me play that, and she goes, "Oh my god, she went through so much. I've been telling you this."
Like,
Yeah.
I'll say this: I think Resident Evil 3, the remake, is a great speedrunning game, but it's just not that great of a Resident Evil game.
No, it because the first adaptation on PlayStation, they cut out so much, the clock tower, all that other stuff. It just, I think the Nemesis even looked better in the original Resident Evil. This trash bag tyrant that you're getting in the remake, I wasn't a fan of.
I got a lot of heat because I said that I didn't even say I loved it. I just said I didn't really mind.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the
also
game.
I'll even say it too. I enjoyed the game because it was the one Resident Evil game that actually really got me into wanting to do a speed run for the first time in like years. But I wouldn't, and I said I didn't mind it because the gunplay for Resident Evil 3, like the remake, is really good.
It is.
Like it's actually a lot of fun using a lot of the guns and any of the other weapons that you can to speed run the game. But I wouldn't consider it like the best Resident Evil game. For me, my favorite Resident Evil game is still RE4 remake because the way that they changed the game, and they still kept the same feel as the original Resident Evil 4, but they just tweaked it really, really well.
Yeah, it's one of the best for sure. It has one of the best, if not the best, mercenaries mode in the whole series.
Mercenaries is so much fun.
Well,
Like,
and in the same breath, they kept that balance between action game in the fourth installment. Even in the original fourth installment with a cheesy GameCube chainsaw controller, they kept the balance between action and horror. Like, you were still terrified. If you just go in that fucking lab and fight the regenerator, that motherfucker is absolutely terrifying, especially when you don't have the scope. Fuck my life.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, no, I know that pain. Like, I've actually had to try to fight against the regenerator without the scope, and no, never again.
Ew, bro. No, ew.
Ew. But
So you just
Resident Evil always almost made that mistake of becoming like a pure action kind of thing and removing the horror. Like I said, I haven't played them yet, but I did like the fact that they kind of recognized it. And they're like, oh, okay, wait, we got to backtrack just a smidge to go forward here. And because there's not a lot of like horror games that are like that are good.
No.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because like going through the whole series recently, I've noticed this cycle. They just do the same thing. It's like Capcom is doomed to make the same mistakes over and over again. And those mistakes are to create like a horror thing or a horror action thing that people really love, and then take it a bit further action in the next entry, a bit further action in the next entry until they're too far gone and people get upset. And then they have to reel it all the way back. They did it 1, 2, 3, then 4, 5, 6, then even 7 and 8. They realized it a little earlier this time with 8. And it seems like they're going back again with 9, but it's the same cycle over and over again where they're like, we got to make that action money. That action money is too good to pass up. So they push into that a little bit and then they have to pull back.
See, I always feel like Resident Evil is kind of like Final Fantasy in the way of it. No matter what they put out, there are people that are going to play it. It is one of those franchises that, but the after effect doesn't happen until after the game has been played and reviewed. And then they go, oh shit. And, because you can't go by sales as much as people think you can when it comes to like cult games like that, just because they're going to sell. People are going to buy the game just to say they played it no matter what. And it's harder for them to like realize what's wrong until it's too late when everybody's like, this is trash. And it's like, oh, well, you guys bought it. And we're confused now.
The difference there, though, is that Final Fantasy has never pulled back, and they refuse to pull back, and they will keep rushing headlong into the desert as long as they want.
But can we admire the fact that Final Fantasy has changed up the game as far as like you don't know what you're going to get in the next one? Perfect example. You play Final Fantasy VII and you have the materia and the system they use for that. Then you play Final Fantasy VIII and it's the Guardian Force junction system. Then you play Final Fantasy X or whatever it may be, but everything is different. There's a skill tree. Oh, then we're going to do this with cards. Oh, then we're going to do this. I love the boldness to just fucking put it all out there.
I love the boldness too, but it's also a gamble. It's a huge gamble.
Well, they've been fucking raking in the money. Even Final Fantasy Online, they're killing it.
I love Final Fantasy Online for one. For two, it's also when I say it's a gamble, it's because you do run the risk of alienating part of a core audience that is there for the cult theme. They just love the franchise, and that is a dangerous move no matter how big you are. Blizzard has learned that with Overwatch. It's learned it with World of Warcraft. It's learned it with Diablo. Like, yeah, we'll buy the game. That doesn't mean this is going to be good. And at the end of the day, it's not, and they have to revert back.
Well, but to be fair, they've also figured a way around that in the sense that, perfect example, Final Fantasy X-2, where they said, you know what? We know that y'all love this game, but this is X-2. Each game is a different entry and a story that doesn't connect really.
I can say I just don't care much for Final Fantasy while I'm sitting here.
Fuck you. You're wrong.
Well, I've only played 2 Final Fantasy games in my life. Like I've played 3 on the DS and then Tactics on PSP.
Those are odd entries to have played. Yeah, you gotta play a good one. You gotta play like 9 or something.
Yeah, you gotta play like 9, or you need to give the online a chance.
I've tried it once. I didn't really get into it, but it could just be that I was just not really patient in wanting to learn it. But I might give it a try again.
If you do, get on Leviathan. I'm over there. I'll help you. I have money.
It's like it's good, but it's like it's like a 500-hour endeavor. Like
it is a fucking life eater.
The main story quest, like even it's more than other MMOs. Like I've played a ton of MMOs. I love MMOs, and that one it's a lot.
Yeah, I remember EverQuest. God, I'm old.
Oh, I remember EverQuest too. But I also was a guy who played a lot of RuneScape as a kid.
Well, I play RuneScape now.
You play RuneScape now?
Yeah, I play RuneScape now. When I want an MMO that isn't going to overwhelm me, I get on RuneScape so I could just fucking do my thing rather than
I didn't understand that. I did not understand that mentality until recently. My wife loves her some fucking Stardew Valley, or else
I love Stardew.
My girlfriend does too. That's all she plays.
Stardew
constantly.
is amazing,
and she loves it.
You know what? I want. Hold on. I want Trip is probably listening. There's a game that just came out that I'm playing on my channel now. It's called Grimshire, and it's dark furry Stardew Valley, and it is so fucking good. It is like it's a little slow to start. But
we have a guest, and you're talking about dark furries.
No, not like that. It's a darker.
Dan.
Like there's a plague coming and stuff like that. It's actually
and there she is.
Good. Yes,
well,
Grimshire.
Stardew Valley. Jesus Christ,
Grimshire.
You're gonna have to bring up everybody.
I annoy a lot of my friends because I'm also one of those people that mod almost every game that I can. Stardew, I run Stardew with at least 99 mods, and they're all cosmetic.
I've also been playing Return to the Shire.
Oh, is that
Fuck that game.
Is that Hobbit game?
She got mad.
Oh my god, no. My favorite, your favorite, whatever. I swear to God, I'm so angry. I swear to God, it looks and feels like a bad Wii game.
It does kind of look like that.
It was not what was promised, because I remember like 2 years ago, I saw a TikTok for it. And I was like, oh my God, I can't fucking wait. I'm a huge Lord of the Ring fans. And, this like cozy game. No, it's not. It's not that.
So she gets upset because she'll get a message. So-and-so is upset with you because you haven't had meat pie with them in a while. She's like, fuck you, Bobby, Bilbo, whatever. Eat a dick.
It's not even that. It feels weird. It looks weird. It doesn't feel or look like what they promised. It doesn't. That's not just me saying that.
I guess the Fable guy might have made that one too.
The Hob is 8 needy bastards, or are needy bastards.
Well, it's just bad. It's just bad. It's not what.
It's got very positive. It's got very positive reviews on Steam. So
I don't care. I don't care what those people think. Okay.
Well, speaking of remakes, did y'all hear that they're remaking the first 3 fucking Halos?
That doesn't shock
No, is that real?
From everything I'm seeing, it's real. They're going to remake the fucking first 3 Halos, and I'm sorry, I'm for that life.
Whatever, that's fine. You do you.
There's a lot of people that enjoy it, Trip, but I also I've also noticed that the people that are really enjoying it didn't see what it was originally supposed to be. And it, you know what I mean? So
camera.
What?
Dan's camera's on the fritz again.
Well,
he was showing off the other side that nobody wants to know.
I didn't know they're remaking Halo. That's not a stop.
What?
I just said it.
No, I know. I'm looking at it now.
Oh, speaking of
that's weird because I just played the Halo 3 like the other day with some friends, and because one of my friends is doing a video on Halo 3 and he needed co-op footage, and we played the Master Chief Collection, and it's just like ports, like upgraded ports, It's like fantastic.
Yeah.
It runs amazingly.
It
It's like
doesn't
perfect.
need to
It
be.
doesn't feel dated or anything.
That's what I was
a
gonna say.
weird
My husband isn't a big video game person. He isn't. We're polar opposites in that direction. But the one thing that he will always fall back on if he's having a bad day is the Master Chief Collection, because it takes him back to being young, and that sounds awful. He's not old, but you know what I mean. It takes him back to a different time and stuff. So it's kind of surprising that why would you money? That's why.
Well, and I think also
yeah.
343.
Yeah.
Was it 343? Yeah, 343
Yeah.
Studios. They're look. Let's be honest. The last couple of Halo games did not perform the way they thought they were. It was nerfy. And again, I think it has to do with that. I feel bad because I loved me some fucking Halo back in the day. Those lobbies were a reason why I was a fucking angry little shit.
Yeah, you have not played old school COD back in the day.
Watch this,
Right.
Nerfy. You want to talk about? I played old school COD. Halo lobbies were up there.
Yeah, they were. They weren't as bad as COD lobbies, but they were bad. I'm convinced that like millennials are just have this huge tough skin because of Xbox 360 lobbies. You had to, or you were just gonna die there. Oh,
and the brony. No.
But fuck, what was I gonna say? No, it's the money. They're remaking a lot of games that you just look at. That's just like
the one
you heard,
game we talked about last time.
it's like you heard. Did you hear that Baldur's Gate 4 has been confirmed?
Has it?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's been confirmed. It's going to take a few years, and Lauren Studios has nothing to do with it, so I won't be playing it. It's a Wizard of it's a Wizard of the Coast cash grab. That's exactly what it's going to be. Mark my words. It's not going to have the same soul.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Well, Lauren Studios said when Baldur's 3 came out that they wouldn't make another one. And like this was like their crowning jewel, and it is. I don't know if anybody's played Baldur's Gate 3, but it is an amazing game.
What are they going to do? Make Divinity 3 or something?
I think they're working on. I think Lauren Studios is working on Divinity 3, or they're doing something with Dragon Age. I can't remember.
Oh,
off the top of my
if
head.
they're touching it, I'm good with it. But just
as long as nobody else is touching it.
Veilguard,
Yeah,
Veilguard hurts to this day.
My thing is that Baldur's Gate isn't. Oh, there's a misconception for people that don't know that's going around that Baldur's Gate is Wizards of the Coast franchise, and it's not. It's a Lorien franchise. Lorien franchise. They've done all of them up to this point. And now that Baldur's Gate 3 had the success that it did, Game of the Year, all of this shit, I think they won Game of the Year. Anyways,
I think they did.
And now that it's had all of this success, Wizards of the Coast is setting in. And if you guys don't know who Wizards of the Coast is, if you want to talk about money grabbers, fucking Wizards of the Coast is awful. They bought Magic, fucking has just oversaturated that.
Yeah, I was even gonna say Wizards of the Coast. They're the guys who have Magic the Gathering. I'm assuming,
and Dungeons and Dragons
D&D.
Yeah, which is why they're going for another game, and they haven't even confirmed what studio they're going to work with yet. And a bunch of people are like, unless Lauren's in it, we don't want to. Like, this isn't a D&D or a Wizards of the Coast game. This is a Lorien game. It's a franchise, and to have them step back and you guys still want to plow forward is really fucking weird. It's
I guess it's probably because they own the IP, right?
Yeah,
that's set in the Forgotten Realms.
Yeah, it's set in the Forgotten Realms. They own the rights to the tieflings and drow and stuff like that, but they don't own the gaming, the actual what's it called, engine kind of thing that was created for it. So I'm not touching it. I don't want to. I don't need another franchise ruined.
You're gonna lose your mind when I say this, but I actually agree with Nerfy to some regard. I think that was one of the biggest mistakes as far as Mass Effect. I love Mass Effect. I love the story. The third one was not for me, but when you had BioWare, who was it, EA, involved so heavily in rushing this and rushing that, they didn't get to put out the story they wanted. And even if that was their story, I was very upset because you had a bunch of people go on change.org or make a petition. This isn't the ending we wanted. And they caved. I think that was the beginning as far as gaming, for people to think that they can just say what they want. This is how you truly say what you want to a game studio. Don't buy their next game.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Or
Mhm.
or another huge impact that you can have is Steam has a very well, it used to have a very forgiving refund policy, but it has a refund policy where they'll refund it no matter what, as long as you haven't played over 2 hours of the game.
Mhm.
And that's another way to
I think it's
to show them.
3.2 actually.
Oh, 3.2. Okay.
I think so.
You would know better than me.
Bought a lot
but-
of Steam games.
Yeah. I
You
do
got
the
through them
same
in less
thing.
than 3.02 hours.
You're actually the inspiration for something I'm working on for my Twitch, which is me playing really badly reviewed games to see if they're really that bad.
Nice.
And I told that
Nice.
to my audience, and they're like, "Yeah, do it." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do it because it
I mean,
sounds
super
like
fun.
Did
It's
you find
great.
your questions?
Yeah, I have my questions.
Well,
I still have
Oh.
the document. So unlike my the host here, I actually, when guests are invited, I sit down and create questions, and I didn't get to a lot of those. But
Which
I
is
do
really
have a
brilliant.
lot that goes all the way from like where your name was created to all the way like gaming content. So if you don't mind, I would love to ask you some of those questions.
Shoot.
Score. So you you delve into games like Metal Gear Solid and Silent Hill and Death Stranding 2 and stuff like that with a lot of depth. And when I say a lot of depth, I mean you're my background noise because of how much depth they have. What draws you to those franchises? Is it just nostalgia or is it something else?
It's not just nostalgia because like certain ones I never really played. Like that was my whole approach with Resident Evil was I never really played those games. I played 4, I played 7, but that was really it before going into the series. So I wanted to have sort of an outsider's perspective on the series,
Oh, okay.
which would be a little bit different from people who grew up with those games. And I think I'm just interested in series that have a lot going for them. Longer series, more ambitious series. Before I even got started making videos, like I would find something like a universe of books or like an author or like a music artist or something, and I just wanted to like listen to everything or read everything or watch or play everything. And it was like that completionism sort of
Mentality.
like complete like the urge to just consume all of this, to see everything. I want to see it from the start to the end. And it was kind of that initially interested me, but I think once I got into it, I just really liked writing and talking about games a lot too.
Well, let me ask you this then: as far as that completion mentality, is it to get 100% in a game, or just to complete the story from cover to cover?
Not necessarily. Just to like play every entry or beat every entry, I guess is the minimum requirement in my head.
Gotcha.
Sometimes I'll get 100% on every game. I do like doing that too. I don't have enough time a lot of the time.
Fair enough.
I try to see. I try to like see everything. If there's like an optional boss, that you got to grind levels to get or something, and then beat that boss, I'll definitely go do that. But if there's like an achievement for beating the game without taking damage or something, like there's no reason, unless there's like an extra cutscene
ending or something.
Yeah. So I do like to do. I just got the platinum on Death Stranding 2 a few days ago. I do like to do that from time to time, but I have to really like the game.
Before Dorf asks our next question, I do want to ask this, and maybe it's for future content. Dark Souls? We're gonna get that one?
Maybe someday. I have such a complicated relationship with Souls games or Souls-like games.
That's fair.
I've tried to get into them so many times, and like I do like it, and it's so like situational. Like there will be a time when I'm really into the idea of sitting here and going through the trial by fire and forcing myself to get better at something. I really like that idea, but then there's days when I'm not, and I can't really pump out videos on a series if I'm I can, but I just don't want to force myself to.
You lose quality, and I want to send you a retrospective similar to what you do. I think his name is Clingy or Shinji or something like that. He
Gingy.
did,
I know Gingy.
Wonderful. wonderful retrospective on Dark Souls. It kind of touched me to the core because like I I started in the later entry. I started at 3, and had to go back because I just as much as I bitch about Dark Souls and how basically you're fighting a bunch of giant feet, you don't really fight the bosses.
Yeah.
I fell in love with that story. I would love to see your take on that. But anyway, sorry, Murphy, go ahead.
No, you're fine. So you've done a lot of like retrospectives and deep dives into games, and I really want to know like what is one piece of game design that you love that you think deserves more credit or more attention?
Level design. I think level design is so underrated. I think people don't pay attention to it enough. I remember before I even I think it was it was before I was making videos. I had seen this interview with somebody that was talking about The Last of Us Part 2 and like something that they did on bad game for an example, but something that they did on the game was to there was like a staircase and they wanted you to naturally go left at the top of the staircase, so they put a box on the right side, I believe it was, because if you're already heading up the left side of the staircase, the player's natural psychology is to just already go left, to keep along that wall that they're going into and naturally funnel into the room they want you to go into. And I think like stuff like that is so complex. There's really simple solutions that are bad, invisible walls to prevent the player from going somewhere, or like, barricades that you can't get past or whatever. But then there's like incredibly intricate solutions that funnel the player in the right direction, guide the player in the right direction. When level design is good, you never notice it. When it's bad, it's all you can think about. Yeah. And so it's this really, really core component of gameplay that I just don't see people talk about too much, but it's so complex and so deep.
I love that.
I would argue that it's a lost art. And you just got through playing the Metal Gear Solid series. I thought that Metal Gear Solid 1, oh my God. Like, and then that where you have to use the key cards, one has to be hot, one has to be new. That was, yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful moment in games. Never forget it.
That's awesome. And then, so let's see. I have a list. Just bear with me.
Oh, you're good.
He's wearing his glasses for your list.
Yes. So in your Metal Gear or your Silent Hill retrospectives, what do you think that people misunderstand or overlook most in that series?
Of my opinions or the games?
Both, whichever one you choose.
I think the biggest thing that people overlook about the games themselves are that they're so autobiographical. There's so much personal injection from Kojima into those games. Those games are about not only this like spy story and some politics of the time and stuff and things like that, but they're also really a lot about Kojima and how he thinks about games and what he wants to do with games. Metal Gear Solid 2, for example, is very famous because a lot of people, talk about that scene with the Colonel, the AI Colonel at the end, where he's predicting everything that's going to happen, basically, and that's happening now with the internet and people becoming isolated, and divided, and all this stuff.
Run with scissors for force.
And it is a really prophetic scene, but people overlook the fact that like right after that scene, Kojima puts the solution to that problem in the game. Like he prescribes the antidote that we have to pass things on. We have to continue to pass things on. We have to continue to put our personal experience out there and pass the torch, which is what he was trying to do with that game. He wanted to pass the Metal Gear series onto his team at Konami and do something else. And so
Metal Gear Survivor.
I think things like that are gravely overlooked, especially with Metal Gear Solid 4. That game is extremely autobiographical. And I think things like that get overlooked a lot in those games.
Absolutely. And what about your opinions? Like, what do you think people miss out on what you're trying to say the most? Or they misunderstand it, or they twist it. We've all been on platforms long enough that we know that it's like, that's not what I said at all, actually. So
yeah, I don't think that one. I think that series was actually pretty well received for the most part. I think a lot of people maybe like some people took the so when I was talking about Metal Gear Solid 5, I basically said that like there was supposed to be a chapter 3. That's what everybody thinks in Metal Gear Solid 5, and the story was unfinished. And I basically posited the idea that like if there was a chapter 3, I don't think it was going to give you the closure you wanted. I think the closure that we all wanted was in the game. The game was the game, and that's what it was supposed to be. And chapter 3 would not give you any more information aside from maybe like small little closed ends that we already knew, like with Liquid. But it wasn't important, and it doesn't ruin the game. The game is like a 10 out of 10. It's like one of the best games ever made. And people just let themselves get bogged down in this idea of what could have been, but it isn't. It isn't. This is the game we have. And personally, I love it. I think it's beautiful. There are scenes in that game that are among the best scenes ever put into a video game. So I think people took that as like I was saying it didn't matter that Kojima was fired or wronged or the Game Awards drama and all this stuff. And I really just meant like that the game is fine. And honestly, Kojima came out of it better than ever. He has his own studio now, and he can do literally whatever he wants, and he is doing whatever he wants.
They're saying that Metal Gear Solid 3 was not finished. That was
5. Sorry,
okay.
Did I say? I think I said chapter 3. Like there's 3 acts in that game,
Yeah.
or there's 2 acts in that game, chapter 1 and chapter 2. Yeah. There's like a lot of people thought that there was a chapter 3, and then it never got produced because of the drama between Kojima and Konami.
I've actually heard that on other gaming YouTube channels. That's one of their biggest things. And yeah,
I have a theory, and I have some private information that's been given to me to back up the theory, and I'm okay with having that theory in my head.
I think that 3 was a masterpiece, first and foremost. I thought Metal Gear Solid 3 was a masterpiece in every aspect. But as for 4, is that what you're saying? 4 or 5?
Like 5 was 5. There was Act 1 and Act 2,
Yeah.
and a lot of people thought there was supposed to be 3. So they think the story's unfinished.
You got the Phantom Pain, like you got the Phantom Pain as alongside with it, and you got 5.
Yeah,
and it was a very interesting story. I love the character of Skullface. Huey was a piece of shit, which no one really saw because Hal was Hal. The cadence back to Lovejoy and all that. I thought it reminded me of those old spaghetti westerns with a little bit of that samurai influence, and I thought it was a beautifully told story. Whatever the drama was, it was conveyed a narrative that we needed to know. This is why there was 2 big bosses. I love that. I love the fact that the Venom Snake was who he was, and he became who he became. I love the fact that yes, the man got set on fire with a hairspray and blowtorch combination in the very first game. I think a lot of people needed to understand, and the man made something beautiful, and you can pick it apart all you want, or you can just enjoy it for what it was. And I think you did a very good job of basically narrating that to people who don't want to listen.
Yeah, I think that's like a battle you can't win though, because there's these theories out there and stuff like that. Like I just hear so many people parrot the same thing over and over again. When I talk about Metal Gear Solid 5, they just say, "Oh yeah, it was great gameplay, but the story wasn't finished." And it's like, did you watch the final cutscene? Like that's it. That's the end. You are Venom Snake. That's it. That's the completion of the cycle. It's done. That's all you need.
And it takes you back. It takes you back to the first Metal Gear Solid or the Metal Gear series. It takes you right back.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel that like doing these cult games, because a lot of what you do is cult games. They have a cult like following. Do you feel like those are the hardest people to be like, excuse me, but that's not what's happening here? Or do you feel like they they understand more. 'Cause
Horror
they know it.
games. Horror games.
I knew you were gonna say that. Oh.
I think it was because I came off the back of Metal Gear, and that
Mhm.
was so like kind of smooth. Like everybody, that community as well is like more conspiracy minded, so they're willing to like hear different sides. I think,
Yeah.
because Kojima's been so strange in his delivering of themes and announcement of stuff over the years.
In a loop.
Yeah,
he's an enigma. Yeah.
But I didn't expect it when I went to Resident Evil 1 for some reason. I was like, oh, this is going to be fine. It's going to be easy.
You were
And then
wrong, sir. You were
I
wrong.
started giving some very mild opinions on some games and getting some very large pushback. So
The Resident
I think
Evil
it's horror games. Silent Hill's the same way too.
Yeah. I've noticed that horror fans get like that, especially if like you don't fall into, I can't remember what horror game I played, but I didn't fall into like the same train of thought they did on what it meant. And it was like I had just insulted all of their mothers at once. It was very weird.
Probably
It's
Silent Hill 2.
It might be. Well, I mean,
Sounds like Silent Hill 2.
some horror games have this amazing element that it could mean one thing to you and one thing to me. And to me, that's a good thing because that means they're connecting with people and things like that. But if you go like online, especially Reddit, and go, hey, actually, I think it might mean this. Oh my God.
You're wrong.
Yeah, it's not just you're wrong and somehow a horrible person for thinking that. And it's like, okay.
Did you see the twist, Murphy? The twist of Silent Hill 2 remake, how it's actually a sequel basically, and until it came out, like the fucking studio had to basically confirm, yeah, you figured it out, and they were fucking biting and yelling and screaming, no, it's not, it's a remake, it's all it is, you're reading too much into it, and their fans are fucking nuts.
Yeah,
there's something. I think it's like a mirror of the larger culture that we have around media, and that there has to be a definitive interpretation of media because it's easier for people to understand that way. If there's a definitive interpretation of what happened, they need to know what happened. A lot of media analysis now is about, it's not about how it made you feel or how you got there. It's about what happened literally, and people need to know that to get invested for some reason. And so I think it upsets people when things are a little bit more ethereal. Like I think about David Lynch stuff a lot. Like there's no definitive interpretation on anything David Lynch has ever made. Maybe the Disney movie, but I haven't seen that. But there just isn't. It's not about that. It's about the emotions that you feel while you're watching it, and that's.
Oh.
What did you do?
We're not in charge.
I had nothing to do with it. He's back.
Oh,
there we go. Hi, welcome back.
Thanks, Streamlabs.
The horror fans like hacked in.
They hacked in. They got pissed off.
And booted.
You said the word ethereal, and they're like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, I was just saying, like, it's, I think media is different for everybody.
Absolutely,
it's beautiful.
Yeah. That makes it a little weird because I've always, at least to me, because I've always considered video games an art form, and nobody looks at the Mona Lisa the same way. You know what I mean? Like nobody can fully understand it the same way, and it kind of feels that way with video games. And even what you like and dislike, it's like it's an art, and yeah, there's going to be stuff that you don't like, but other people like, and just and stuff like that, and it goes the same way with how you interpret it. It's an art form. Everybody's going to interpret it differently.
Well, how they have not been able to like achieve status where the Oscars are able to recognize them, I find that ridiculous because it is absolutely cinematic. There are absolutely stories that touch people's souls. And again, I'm one of those people. I have marked my body with tattoos from video game characters because they meant something to me. The character meant something to my childhood or my young adulthood or whatever it may be. And video games will never get the credit they deserve.
I think that also has to do with what happened in the 90s with Mortal Kombat and that set us back quite a bit. And I don't mean this in a mean way, but once our older generation dies, like millennials, older generation dies off, I think it'll be a lot more prevalent than it is. And it's just because those people do not forget that, you know, Mortal Kombat was this huge, disgusting, violent game, and
it's still a disgusting, violent game, but it's amazing.
I always love the fact that Mortal Kombat just leaned into it. It's like, yep, sure are. Here's more fatalities, graphic, haha, and ran away.
I think it has something to do too with the fact that, like, I think in the mid 2000s to like early 2010s, we were definitely getting somewhere with like the video games as art discussion, and then I think it got pulled back the past like 10 years because people started to have this idea now that like there's this like cultural movement of like well, if it like I almost want to make a video on this at some point, but if it isn't fun, then it isn't a game. It has to be fun to be a game. It doesn't. You don't. There's no. Not all movies have to be fun. You don't have to
watch Beau is Afraid. That was a piece of shit movie. It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. 3 hours I'll never get back.
That's not that bad. It was kind of, the first half was okay. All right. The second half sucked, but the first half was
okay. Just one phrase. Giant penis
that
monster.
Was in the second half. That was in the
horrible.
Second half. The second half was bad, but the first half was like good.
I actually know a worse movie than that, but
yeah, Dan, if you want to watch a really, really bad movie,
watch Snowpiercer.
That or even Ginger Dead.
No.
I hated that movie.
You didn't like Snowpiercer?
I didn't.
Wait.
I didn't.
What?
I didn't.
He's he is so stoic and deadpan. You say something about his movie, finally. The glasses and the hat are coming off.
We're not agreeing. No, I did not like Snowpiercer at all. My husband loved it. My husband thought it was amazing. I was like, this is 3 hours of my life I'll never get back. Okay, that's fine.
Oh,
I'm good.
Okay.
I think Art the Clown is a piece of shit. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the Terrifier series, but I get what his genre is.
He doesn't like it anymore. I can feel it.
But like even movies that are like technically good can make you uncomfortable. They make you they might not be a pleasure to watch.
Art is a dick. He pulled a fucking piece out at the very first movie. He's not a killer. He's like, fuck that. I got a gun in my fucking ankle. Pop. He's a dick. He's a fucking dick.
But video games don't have. There's no rule saying that a video game has to be fun, to work. And I think I think that not necessarily that, but I just think this whole thing is of like video games as entertainment only is kind of holding the medium back a little bit. It's not holding indie developers back. If you go play any indie games, they're pushing the boundaries. They're doing unique stuff, but I think it holds the medium at large back when we try to say like, well, it's just entertainment. It's just a video game. It's just a good time. It's not just a video game.
Yeah, and I can completely agree with that. Just not on Snowpiercer. Anyways, sorry, I had to throw that in there. But yeah, no, I completely agree on that. It doesn't.
Did any of you see the new War of the Worlds movie?
No,
I heard it was trash.
I watched it. I watched it with my buddy the other day. It was terrible. It was awful.
It was triple X.
I was waiting for you to be like, it was actually really good. I don't know why people are yelling.
I've seen a lot of bad movies, and that one was up there for sure. Yeah.
You know what? My grandfather saw it and he loved it, but that's because he's old. So I don't know. It's weird. I've noticed that the older they get, the more like cheaply they're bought in by over-the-top graphics and horrible script writing, and I don't know why. I don't know where the disconnect is. Yeah. No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no. Then again, he watches nothing but John Wayne movies, so
these are good movies.
Yeah,
some of them.
I like Eastwood's, so I'm gonna go with like Josie Wells and shit like that.
I like Clint Eastwood's better than I like John Wayne's, and I think that's just because, like, I don't know. I learned a lot about who John Wayne was as a human being, and it kind of made
True
me go.
Grit's still a solid movie, though. True Grit was
True Grit's great.
I'm not saying they're bad movies. I'm saying he's a bad person, and I didn't like
that's
that,
fair.
so I stopped watching. Like, you're allowed to do that. Okay, so I have more. Sorry. Let's see. I asked that.
You gotta pull out the big ticker scroll.
Yes. Okay. So how, like, because you do a lot of things, like, you know, playing bad video games and stuff like that. But what, like, directed you more towards long form video essays about games? In, like, was there a turning point? Was that like a turning point on your channel, or was there a turning point that made you go, actually, let's do something long form and detailed?
I wanted to do that from the beginning, actually, but I knew I didn't have the ability yet. I was like, I never really edited videos before, and I'd never written a script, so I didn't really know what I was doing. So I just, I knew I needed to get some stuff under my belt first, some random little videos and series, before I could actually make, you know, these longer things. So it was the intention from the beginning. I didn't know what I was doing yet. Yeah.
You didn't instantly want to come on here and be one of the Game Grumps?
Game Grumps. They still make videos?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, they do. I think Ethan is more doing his own thing now after being with Markiplier for so long. But he won the boxing match, and then he kind of just started streaming on his own and stuff like that.
Right, there we go.
I love Ethan. Anyways, I love anything Markiplier. Let's be fair. Speaking of, like, people like Markiplier, was there somebody, like, on YouTube that inspired you to start doing what you're doing, or gave you the idea that, like, or even the opposite end where it was like, you're doing this wrong, let me show you how it's done kind of situation?
Danny Sixpack.
Yeah, it was Markiplier.
Really?
No, I'm just no.
That was mean.
No, I don't even. I don't even think I've. I don't even think I've ever seen a Markiplier video.
What?
I mean,
yeah,
that's
I
fair.
don't.
Not a lot of people really watch Markiplier, so.
There's a couple million that would disagree with you, Coco.
There's
Yeah, I
over
think it's pretty
14
popular.
million that
There
disagree
are
with you.
Some, not a lot. Some.
Yeah, maybe it's like 5% of the population.
I know,
Yeah.
like, there's like there's two guys and your favorite son walking down the road going, no, I've never seen it. No, I don't know.
Yeah, never seen. No, I was infinitely inspired by Tim Rogers when I first started. To the point that if you watch my first few videos, it is just a Tim Rogers ripoff. It is like my cadence, my style, everything is just like it. I think I even got a few comments on my first couple of videos that were like, "Wow, this is like you can tell you're inspired by Action Button reviews." So yeah, I was trying to find my voice back then and stuff, and I didn't really have it, so I just, you know, kind of was emulating the things that I had watched. But specifically Tim Rogers' Tokimeki Memorial review had just it convinced me that gaming reviews and stuff didn't need to be this that they could be extremely personal. That gaming was an extremely personal medium and experience.
I think the camera is just disagreeing with you. And it's
No, I
like,
think the camera wants to show off that my wife is a giant unicorn.
I think the camera wants to show off that you are.
or
brony.
even
You
something
haven't
you're a
seen this, but
brony.
apparently I'm a brony because I did something nice for my wife.
And it was also because of something else that Nerfy mentioned to look up.
Wait, what?
Remember that one time?
Oh no, we don't need to talk about the brony jar.
Oh yeah, the brony jar.
Yeah.
Oh god.
He had never. He didn't know what the brony jar was.
Well, to be
Oh.
fair,
And-
Dan didn't know what bronies were to begin with, so
Until he
They
started calling
ruined
him it.
my old decrepit mind.
So he didn't know what it was, and me and Toko, being the fucking angels that we are, is like, look it up, do it, do it. And everybody in our chat is like, don't do
I
it.
thought you had all these
Don't
questions.
do
Where are all these questions coming from? I need some questions for my.
And then also, it was just so funny just watching,
His face
just
just
watching it.
slowly
Just
dropping
disgusting.
into
Just-
realization.
It never needs to be talked about again.
It was fucking beautiful.
We're always
It
gonna
was
have to
beautiful.
bring it up every single time.
Yes, every chance we get, we'll bring it up. That's how we
Yep.
work.
That's how we work.
Anyways, so one of no, I don't want to ask that question. Hold on.
Why?
Because I don't fucking want to. I think
Why?
he answered it last time he was here.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was a controversial.
I was gonna ask you how you decided on your name. That was like it's no big one.
Oh yeah. I don't remember.
There you go.
I thought it was a
I don't
middle
remember.
child complex, to be honest with you, because yeah.
Have I made you proud now, Mom?
I'm the fan
Proud of
now.
me.
YouTube says so. I'm
Nah,
also a middle child.
I think I came up with it as a joke, but then I kind of I read into it and I thought that it was like a good commentary on YouTubers and how we're like looking for the affection of our audience, and our audience is kind of like the proverbial father figure of like, give me
So what is
more, give me
Father
attention.
issues, not mother issues. Okay. Got that.
Yeah.
Well, I remember when I first met you, I was like, so what do I call you? And you're like, just call me your favorite son.
Yeah, just call me son.
I'm son.
It's weird, but it's a hole I've dug for myself, and I can't get out of it. at this
I just
point.
call
So,
you yours.
You could say
favorite.
YFS. YFS. Some people say
YFS.
that.
Mhm.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want a controversial one, I have some. If
Oh,
you would
boy.
like.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Boy.
Get
So
into
do
it.
you think that with your history and what you cover, do you think the nostalgia is ruining the like modern game criticism, especially with how often people reprise overpraise games like Metal Gear Solid or Silent Hill 2 without even acknowledging their flaws? That was uncalled for. It wasn't that bad. I have some, but that wasn't that bad.
The audience was appalled by that one.
Right.
Oh no.
I think it can affect. I think it has to affect and color your opinion of a game. I try to be honest about that when I'm talking about certain games. Talking about if I played this as a kid, the memories I have of it, things like that. And I try to separate because people act like this is a thing that you can't do. Like you can't examine your own mind and realize when you're experiencing nostalgia and when you're not, when you're just appreciating something for what it is. So I try to be honest about like separating those two things,
Yeah.
and it's not an easy thing to do, but you can still do it.
I like that. Okay. Let's see. I'll pull out another harder question than where are you from?
Hot takes.
Yeah, hot takes.
Dan, your camera's veered off really, really
I know.
high.
We
I'm
can
giving
see
up.
the-
He's just
Okay.
leaving it.
Sooner or later.
Oh, it came
You're
back.
gonna have to have it just point up the ceiling.
It was like, nope.
You gotta fix your.
I got to turn
camera,
off the
bro.
motion sensor on. I don't know. She's gonna have to help me with that. I told him a fucking boomer.
I have this. I also have a camera that does that, but I think you just got to use your software.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and she's brilliant with that. I'm just here.
There's
to
a
talk with you.
reason we call him the boomer.
Okay.
So my next question is so do you think I don't know. Hold on. Wait. I gotta
There,
make
done.
sure
I'm
that I'm
done fucking with
asking the right question.
You just
I'm
gotta
the
get
only,
an avatar.
the only
and
one
then you're good.
cammed up.
Okay, so do you think that as a whole, especially with YouTubers that cover, because a lot of people cover games and do these long takes. Do you think that we're over romanticizing this nostalgia of the janky or the flawed mechanics in those older games just because they're part of their childhood? Because there's games for me, Silent Hill is a big one that if I had played it now without the nostalgia, I would think it was a little janky and it didn't run properly. If you just remove Silent Hill from history and then reintroduce it now, it would be that way. Do you think that it's over romanticized or over focused on Even like, oh, it has that, you know, feeling of this, and it's like, yeah, but that's not necessarily a good thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think I get what you're going for. I think that there, like, the argument that if you removed it from that time period and brought it and released it now, it wasn't released now. And if they made Silent Hill today, it would be made to appeal to modern standards, or modern audiences. So it wouldn't have been made the same way. So I think it's kind of an unfair. I don't think most games, because of technological advancement and just the changes of audience preferences and game design, I don't think most games would, release today and be like a huge hit.
Yeah.
I think with things like Silent Hill, yeah, it's going to be janky to an audience that's, to people that, if you only play modern games and then you try to play Silent Hill, it's going to take some getting used to. But personally, like, I don't have any problem with like tank controls, for example. It doesn't take long to get used to tank controls. I think a lot of people just aren't willing to take the hour or whatever at the beginning of the game to be uncomfortable with it. But it's the same thing with film. It's the same thing with everything. If you watch an old movie, it might have bad effects. It might just be in black and white. You're not used to not watching a movie without color. But it's a product of its time. That doesn't mean that everything's good. You can watch a movie from the 90s with bad CG and be like, this is good for the time, or it's bad for the time. You can figure those things out.
Yeah.
But do certain people romanticize everything about a game because it's older? Yeah, 100%. We have rose-tinted glasses for older games a lot of the time, and people romanticize this era of games as if no bad games ever came out on the PS2, or no like shitty cash grabs ever got made for the PS1. Like, they still existed. They were still there. I think it's just a little harder to find games these days that people want to play.
Yeah, no, and that makes perfect sense. And then let's see.
That was kind of a fence-sitting answer.
Yeah, it was, but it's an understandable one because we all have that one game that we'll go back and play over and over and over again and think, poor Dan, he's struggling.
Yeah,
and play over and over and over again, but we know that in comparison, there's a lot that could have been done or should have been done or would be done if it was, redone. I think that's where the remakes come in, and that robs it of its charm in a way. And because the whole point of going back and playing a game like the first Silent Hill or the first Metal Gear Solid or something like that is that feeling that you had. And when you remake it and it's like, hey, everything is a lot smoother, it's like, yeah, you kind of ruined it because it doesn't feel like the same game anymore.
Yeah, and there's some games where the gameplay and the design and the viewpoint and everything is so integral to the game itself that you can't remove those things and still have it be the same.
And they always tend to remove those things. That's the first thing they remove. It's like, that horrible over the shoulder camera that you guys loved. Yeah, we got rid of that. It's going to look a lot better. It's like, but that's what made it cool.
Yeah.
That's what made it enjoyable. Like, what if you remove that, then it's not it doesn't feel like the same game. It's not even a remake at this point. You're just, stealing assets from the old game and putting it in a new one.
Yeah. So, yeah. Like if they made Metal Gear Solid 5, like remade that down the line and made it a linear title, it wouldn't be the same game. It would literally lose most of its effect because it didn't have the open world.
Yeah. And I think that if you were to re-release Silent Hill, let's just say Silent Hill in the current horror game space that we're in now, if you were to release Silent Hill without it being Silent Hill, it would be lambasted because it's not, it's not at the level of most.
I don't necessarily agree.
No.
Have y'all seen the new Silent Hill? Like it's getting torn to pieces by most people that are looking at it. It doesn't feel, I don't know. Was it Silent Hill F or something like that? It just doesn't.
Silent Hill F. That's what they called it.
Yeah.
I don't see that getting torn to pieces a lot. I think it looks amazing. I'm really interested in it.
Yeah, me too, actually.
mean,
Like
the only-
I thought it looked awesome.
Some
Uh,
people are complaining that
I
it
would
was
say the only games that
it's
I
like
got-
basically Fatal Frame without the camera.
Hmm.
I mean, it's in a Japanese setting, but I think that's
Yeah.
because they got Ryukashi 07, who did the Umineko and Higurashi games, and those are traditionally set. Or those are, I think they're both set in Japan. I haven't played Umineko, but it feels very Higurashi, honestly. Very similar, like themes and like style.
I hate this thing.
Sorry, his he
Just make it. Just leave it on the arm cam.
Yeah, leave it on the arm
Yeah.
cam. We love your
Arm
arm.
cam's fine. I like it.
I also feel like sometimes, especially with seasoned gamers, cash grab is overused. It's a describing word that's a little overused because sometimes it's not a cash grab. It's just it's something that is building on off of a franchise, or it's a first game in like the next leg of another, just going off that way. And I think we use cash grab kind of cavalierly.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to be literal about it, every game is trying to make cash.
Yeah, exactly.
There's not a lot of games that come out that are like, yeah, we're fine if this doesn't make money.
Yeah. Well, and then like, for instance, watching some of your series about playing horribly reviewed games, there are actual cash grabs where it's just a remake with a slightly different skin and thrown out there as this because that's what's popular right now. And those are actual cash grabs, and they're horrible ones. But it's to trick people into buying the game, playing it for a few hours, and not being able to refund it. And those are cash grabs. But like Silent Hill going, hey, we've added this person here, and it's like, oh, that's a cash grab. No, it's not. That's not what a cash grab means. Silent Hill is a cash grab. Like it's one of the biggest franchise in gaming. So yeah, of course, they're all going to be a little bit cash grabby, but they're not trying to trick you.
They're not fucking Madden 2025 that is the same game as 2024
they're not
or
like the Madden games or the NBA games or the Call of Duty games.
You pay for the cases in those games. That's what that is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm convinced of that. You pay for the cases because you want your team on your Madden game.
Mm.
That's what it is. I had an ex that did that when the Seahawks won the Super Bowl. And it annoyed me because they had the year priors. He's like, yeah, but this one has the Seahawks.
this one has realism, tackling, function.
I remember distinctly looking him dead in the eye and going, and you're going to make fun of me for my Magic the Gathering, are you? Okay. You're right. Totally different.
So it's different.
Yeah, cardboard crack. But you can't make that argument and then go, wow, that's fucking stupid that you collect those. And it's like, okay. I
did get into buying UFC cards for a while, like physical UFC cards, and that was one of the stupidest things I've ever done. I spent like a ridiculous amount of money in like 6 months, and now I just have like a bin and like 2 binders full of.
To be
like,
fair, my wife bought me a WrestleMania card with a picture of Joe Hendry getting like RKO'd and.
Oh, nice!
Yeah.
I almost got into wrestling cards, but I stopped myself. I was
the fact that you know who that is makes me very happy.
Yeah, I watch wrestling.
Oh, I love. Oh my god, if I didn't love you before.
Me and Dan bond over it.
And I'm the only loser sitting here, so.
I think that actually makes you not a loser, to be completely fair.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Like, you don't watch male soap operas. I'm very happy for you.
It's still real to me, damn it.
It could be real to you as much as you want, but it's not. Anyways,
it's not.
And that's coming from somebody that loves wrestling. I love wrestling, but I often have to like put in my head like this is a male soap opera.
Wait, did you start getting back into it? Because I remember we were talking about the older stuff.
I have I've been watching a little bit on and off. It's really hard for me to get back into, mainly because I stopped watching when like The Rock was still The Rock, and stuff like that, right before they like him and John Cena kind of went off and started doing their own thing. So it's hard as somebody that is a huge wrestling fan, because Dan, you've heard my knowledge. I know wrestling, but it's all the older stuff. And when you get back into it now, you just stare at it. You're like, where's the Rock?
The
Where's
Rock
John
is
Cena?
still there
Where's-
as the final boss when
Yeah,
he
well, yeah.
decides to show up.
Shows
When
up
he decide to
when
show
he
up.
wants to.
Well, yeah, he makes his own money now. But like, you know what I mean? It's that feeling of like, I have to learn all of these people again because I don't know a lot of them. And the people that I did know, that's not the personality that I left and they had.
Well, and again, I'll tell you this, son. You introduced me to Napoleon Blown Apart. Love the fucking guy. It's amazing stuff.
My man.
Fucking love it. I want to sit down with him one
Yes.
day. I'm trying to get my wife into the old Pride stuff because my wife
Yes.
loves wrestling. But we'll watch.
I got my Pride VHSs right there.
You dirty whore.
I got some. I think I got some King of the Cage there too.
Well,
Yeah,
Bodog fights. Fucking Bodog fights. But I was showing her Vanderlei Silva, and we were talking because I play Fortnite with her, and so Sandstorm popped up. Darude Sandstorm is one of the fucking dancing emotes, and I was like, "There's only one reason why I love this song," and I showed her Vanderlei Silva, and she was like, "But Vanderlei, Crocop, Fedor looks like a fucking plumber," and then you watch what happened between him and Kevin Randleman.
I like
Yeah.
Vandelay. Don't get me wrong, but Sandstorm can just die. It needs to go away.
When you watch a tribute of him play with Sandstorm being played in the background, always plays kicking Sakuraba in the face.
No.
Watch Dan.
Did
play
you see
the
the,
I hate
in the
Sandstorm. I hate it so much.
Have you seen the trailer for that the Smashing Machine?
Yeah, he looks like Frankenstein. I don't know how to feel about that.
Dude, I'm so excited for it. I can't tell you. I love the Smashing Machine. Is one of my favorite documentaries of all time.
Mark
It's
Kerr,
so
man.
fucking good. It's one of the most underrated documentaries ever because you can't find it anywhere.
I'm
I have it on
scared.
DVD,
I'm scared because I want them to do him justice. Because say what you want about Mark Kerr, he was a good person and he had potential to be great.
Mhm.
His decisions, man. It was like it's like the fucking like the Von Erichs, man. He was on trajectory to be the greatest fighter of all time, even though he was so fucking filled with steroids. He was juiced to the gills. But
oh yeah, they all were.
Fuck.
Yeah, I think it's a really touching story though, because there's certain points in the documentary where you can see like the college wrestler.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he was a college wrestler, but you can see the college wrestler in this huge, jacked, roided out dude sitting at a press conference. You can feel the small college wrestler inside of him, like.
Well, and it goes back to
20
him,
years
like guys like him, Mark Coleman, Randleman was probably one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, and his life was so fucking that car wreck that shaved off the side of his fucking head almost, and then that fucking staph infection that his bicep, and everybody says nothing but great things about Kevin the Monster Randleman, and it just, for fuck's sake, that drive for competition, I really feel is what killed a lot of those guys, ruined their lives because they wanted to be the best, especially with someone like Mark Coleman. Like Mark Coleman, the Hammer, man. Hammer House was a legit force back in the day.
Yeah. It'll be cool though to see Pride on a big screen.
Oh fuck God, yes.
They're gonna see the Pride Grand Prix.
Dun, dun. Nobody knows. I was telling my wife, nobody knows what it feels like to hear that dun 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 dun.
Oh, it's so good. So good.
Sorry, Nerfy, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say one of the main reasons, and I'm trying to get back into wrestling, is I just want to see whatever Paul brother get his face bashed in. Like, I just want to see him defeated immediately. Like,
But he's really good.
I don't care.
He's pretty good. I
don't care. I need
the
to
shit
see him.
he did with Ricochet was actually pretty epic at the Royal Rumble a couple years back, and
the
collision.
Yeah, that was
and the
great.
motherfucker has a frog splash that's like similar to Art Barr. If any of y'all know who that is from back in the fucking AAA days,
I do.
Art Barr and Eddie Guerrero. That fucking frog
Eddie,
splash.
you made me sad.
Again, you only
Eddie always
loser
made me
sitting
sad.
here not caring for wrestling.
Koopa's like, I'm doing
gotta
my
get into
Amazon
it.
shopping.
I'm wearing a John Moxley shirt right now, and the other day I was wearing a fucking Samoa Joe Final Boss T-shirt. So
You watched that? What was that? Double or Nothing?
oh, with him and Hangman,
Yeah.
it was All In, and that was
Oh, yeah,
here.
All In, it was All
It was here, and again, I've kind of sworn off AEW right now because of the fact that the way they treated Hogan. Say what you want, I understand he was a piece of shit, but he said a bad fucking word. Steve Austin
That's
got a pass.
not all he
Hold on,
did. That is not
hear me
all
out.
he
Hear
did.
me. Hear me out. Calm down. Hear me out.
Okay.
Stone Cold Steve Austin beat his fucking wife, and he gets a pass. None of us would be watching
Gets a
wrestling.
pass
that
according to
wasn't-
who?
Yeah, they're all kind of like, well, but a lot of them are pretty shitty.
Yeah, a lot of them are pretty shitty.
They're cheering him at WrestleMania. He almost knocked a woman over with a four-wheeler. Hey, and then I think she played it up. It is what it is. But I understand Hulk Hogan did something horrible, but to fucking wish death
It
upon the
was,
man.
oh my God, it was not just one thing.
I get it.
There's a lot that Hulk Hogan did that lost the respect of not just fans, but fellow wrestlers. It wasn't just him saying a bad word.
That's true.
There's a
like
whole, there was a
terrible
lot
stories.
when they were trying to go into the union and they were trying to keep it secret.
No, and
from
I
Vince
get
McMahon.
that.
All
but
of that,
would
all of that
you-
is applied.
Would anybody be watching wrestling as it is right now? And I'm saying I don't like Hulk Hogan as a person, but I can respect the legacy of a man that we wouldn't be watching wrestling as it is right now if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan.
Let me ask you a question.
Shoot.
You feel the same about Vince?
No, Vince is a piece of shit.
Okay, well that's,
Yeah,
that's
then-
all I'm
then
saying.
that's a
Like
double standard.
we probably wouldn't be watching wrestling if it weren't.
And I
Vince,
agree with you.
but-
We did a whole documentary on him, and again the cover up of Ashley Mazzaro and all that stuff here on the channel,
Yeah.
and it just he's probably one of the most disgusting people I've ever seen in my life. I think that some of it, I do think that Janelle Grant stuff, some of it is a cash grab because why are you taking him to civil court instead of taking him to federal court? There's a lot that we've covered that. We're probably going to cover more as time goes on, but Hulk Hogan did some shitty fucking stuff. The relationship with his family's fucked, but to wish death on the man, that I think.
I never wished death on him. I just didn't care.
And it's fair. And some people don't. They didn't, and that's cool, whatever. But to like literally celebrate that a man died, that takes it to one step too far, to me.
We are very different people.
Absolutely.
Because, anyways, I don't celebrate the fact that he died. I just don't. I don't care. He was a
Fair,
shit.
and that's fair.
Assholes die every day. Just because he had a name for himself doesn't make him any different than anybody else.
I have probably the most legitimate question that my favorite son's going to hear today. What do you think of the Shula Fala?
It's okay, I guess. I don't know. I'm already kind of fucking sick of the Vision, man.
They're fucking garbage. I'm not a fan Seth Rollins fan. I can't believe it, but I do love me some Roman. He won me over.
I like Punk a lot, and I'm really, really, really tired of him and Seth Rollins feuding. Like I just want him to do literally anything else. So that's.
What about Jacob Fatu?
I love Jacob Fatu.
Everyone loves Jacob Fatu. Not what I mean.
Yeah, yada I mean. Yeah, he's great. He's great. Love him. Yeah. I've been more on AEW lately. I still watch both, but I've been leaning more towards AEW lately. Actually, been watching a lot of Stardom.
Really?
Past like month. Yeah, really getting into that. Love Stardom.
Well, the women's wrestling is really making the come up right now. Like Stephanie Vaquer, amazing. Fucking Kyrie. I mean, not Kyrie. Kyrie's great, but Io. I will always know her as Io Shirai because that was what fucking. And she's finally getting that chance to really fucking like just show her and Rhea as money anywhere.
I was just saying that to my friend the other day. I was like, I could watch them wrestle forever.
Well, the
I
same
never
could
want
be
them to
said.
stop wrestling.
The same could be said for fucking Stephanie and Julia. I'm right now. I'm calling it. At some point, it's going to be Braun Breaker and Jacob at WrestleMania in a main event, and it's going to be Julia and fucking Stephanie Vaquer at some point. Oh, and fucking Naomi. Congratulations to her having her fucking baby. Fucking Big Jim loves to Netflix and chill.
Yeah. Yep. She gave up that title.
Well, because she didn't think she could have kids, and then just kind of
I have a question. Does your favorite son know about your wrestling podcast?
Every Sunday? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you had a
Yeah, he has a whole wrestling podcast with 2 other guys. You should like tune in and be a guest over there because
dang.
You guys would get along good.
I'm sorry, if I keep cutting your questions off. Go ahead. I apologize.
We should say that.
Get back to Murphy.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Honestly, I only have one more. And
that is a lie. You have a list.
Well, I have a list, but I have one more that's like I really want answered, and I want his opinion on. So, do you feel like developers are a little too scared to take risks like the older titles used to, or are modern games just held to a very unrealistic expectation because of internet culture?
I think they are scared to take risks. You still see some people do it. Kojima Productions still does it. Remedy still does it. But yeah, it seems like in the AAA space, for the most part, they're pretty. I would say they're just more trepidatious with trying to make unique things, and the biggest thing is appealing to a wider audience. And part of that's probably because of the boom that gaming hit during COVID and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they're trying to keep those profits really high. I would say, as far as indie games go, though, it couldn't be more the opposite. I mean, the indie games that are coming out every day are as risky as ever, as unique as ever, as interesting.
And some of them
are
amazing.
Yeah, you knock some shit out of the park. Like Blasphemous, I will stand by as one of the best fucking indie games I've ever seen. The story, the depth of that lore, the fucking voice acting in that game. It's just.
And as much as you guys, I don't know how much you guys like it, but Stardew Valley is an indie game, and it took over. I don't know if you guys remember when Stardew took out and took off. It took over everything for a long time, and it still does. There's still Twitch streamers that play it. There's still YouTubers that are doing videos on certain parts that have been discovered or updated and everything. I play a lot more indie now than I do at AAAs.
Yeah, like the image that comes to my mind when I'm talking about this stuff is there's a developer named Jeremy Couillard, and he makes very weird, very unique, strange games. I love them. They're fantastic. He made a game called Escape from Lavender Island. I think it was a year or two ago. It's a beautiful game. It's great. It's super unique. It's very weird. He's working on another game right now. There's a lot of developers that just are making weird, unique, boundary pushing stuff in the indie space, and it's one of these things where I feel like I'm screaming into the void because people are like, gaming's dead. It's the same. Nothing cool comes out. There's no good games. And then I'm like, just go play any indie game. And they're like, no, that's not the point. That's not the point. That's not what I'm talking.
That is the point.
Then what is the fucking you don't want to play games. That's all it is. You don't
he's over here breaking that cool calm character dropping F-bombs.
What they want is they want AAA fucking people like Rockstar and all of these people to take the same risks that they themselves has degraded them on. So why go play an indie? And because I agree with you, I play a lot more indie than I do, than I do any other game right now. It's almost everything I do is indie because AAA is it's just a wash and regenerate because they're so afraid of losing a fan base that are cults. They're not going anywhere. They're going to play whatever they play, and they don't seem to or play whatever they put out, and they don't seem to understand that. And it's very sad. It's very sad, like, because it feels like sometimes you just watch these greats just fade in to the background, and it's like because you're not doing anything great anymore.
No.
Yeah.
I would say that the culture itself is just fucking killing it. I mean, like we have look, I know they're not all great. They're not all fucking, again, the best games in the world, but we have a plethora of different titles and things that we can fuck with because it is evolved into something more than just a plumber jumping on a fucking pipe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's so many genres. I mean, literally last night, I just played a demo of this game called Ball X Pit, and it was like I didn't want to stop. I was so pissed when the demo ended. Like when I got that screen, it was like, play this soon or whatever, because I was like so addicted to it. I was so into its loop. That game's great. Mortal Sin is like a fantastic indie game. That I've been playing for a bit. It's been in early access. So it has its 1.0 coming out soon. The King is Watching. Like, there's a million. I could give you a million indie games that are just fantastic, as good as most of the AAA games that I've played this year.
I can't even fucking say. We see her talking to you or Slopes or whatever, and I fucking completely forget what time it is. I have to go to work in like fucking 30.
Oh shit!
Oh god! Well, I hope you can join us again soon because this was fun.
I always send. I'm just gonna fucking. So every time we do an episode, I'm just gonna send the fucking link to both of you two and Slopes. I sent you the link because I didn't realize what fucking time it was. My bad.
Next time I won't.
You don't join.
Next time I won't bombard you with questions. We'll talk more about indie games though, because I want to pick your brain on that.
Yeah,
I'll
definitely.
do you
definitely
and
come
Slopes.
back.
I'll pick both of your game brains on that because I'm huge into indie games and I have a lot of questions
And we're going to talk about
Oh, yeah.
wrestling too.
Ew.
on Sunday.
And pride. We'll talk about fucking pride. Fuck yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
And before I go, you'll get the fucking arm camera one more time.
Oh, there we go.
And it's going to.
How's it look, Murphy?
Pixels glow and screens alike. Dorks unite, we'll take this mic. Game on, heroes side by side. In this world we laugh, we ride. Roll the dice and cast the spell. Tell your tales we know so well. Quests await where dorks prevail. In our voices legends swell. Press start, dorks embark. Lights out, we ignite the spark. Gaming nerds will never fade in the land where dreams are made.